Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. It means the Wrestling for Life Network is back with another AEW Dynamite live stream. We got all the action, all the reaction, folks. We got news, notes, and announcements to talk about, and so much more. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and get in that chat. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight. Going to be a fun one, folks. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. We are getting very close to All In, so we will see what TK and company has in store for us tonight. We are about 13 minutes away from the start of the show. And again, we're looking forward to this one. As always on a Wednesday, we start the night with hope, with excitement. We want the show to do well. Get in that chat. Be a part of the fun. Click all the buttons. I want to see triple digits in this chat tonight. Looking forward to what they got. We're really looking forward to it. And we will see. I mean, again, it's always a bit of a mixed bag on Wednesdays. So I'm hoping they kill it. I hope the energy for All In picks up. I hope we get excited for it. Right now, there is a poll in the chat. 64% of the people saying they are excited for AEW All In. But, folks, we will find out what will happen, all the twists, all the turns. We're going to talk MJF. We're going to talk huge announcements. Like I said, we got lots to talk about. Click all those buttons. Like, share, subscribe. Please be a part of the fun if you haven't done so already. But I will remind everybody out there, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and it is a pleasure to be back here with everybody once again. Hump Day in the books, Friday, Junior tomorrow. It's going to be a fun one. The weekend is getting closer. And again, we are getting closer and closer by the minute to AEW All In, their big show. They're hoping to pack the building. I know they're still trying to sell some tickets. They'd like to see some tickets move. As I believe they've kind of plateaued right now. But, folks, let me know what you are excited about when it comes to All In. How you feeling about it? How you doing out there tonight? What is on your wrestling mind? I see that chat. Pardon me. I see that chat filling up already. So, yeah, let us know what you're thinking. What do you got for me tonight? Again, I will repeat, we start all these shows with all the hope in the world. I want it to be a good one tonight. I want them to entertain us. Last week was a bit of a disaster. So, I mean, it shouldn't take much for the company to beat out what they did last week. We'll see. Again, optimism, hope, positivity, everything. We're putting all the juju on AEW and Tony Khan tonight. And again, let's get into it. Everybody talking about this biggest announcement in AEW history, imminent. Rumors of them going to Australia as well. How do you feel about what's going on with AEW right now? What is, what story is standing out for you? Is the big announcement that the rights deal? If it's not, I'd be shocked. And if it's not, I think even if you come out and you announce Australia, which we'll get into, but if you announce that, well, again, I don't think that's the announcement we're looking for. Huge announcement, don't get me wrong, but I wonder if it's a little bit of misdirection. Again, we haven't heard much about the rights deal. It's been a little bit quiet. People are assuming it's going to happen, so we'll see. But yeah, Tony's got an imminent announcement coming in regards to the history of AEW. And a lot of people talking about the fact that they are considering, or there's rumors that they're considering going to Australia in 2025. I wonder how everybody out there feels about that. Very interesting. I know I saw some people online today talking about a U.S. Stadium show in Arlington. I mean, again, no offense to AEW or AEW fans, but keep in mind, Grand Slam this year had to move because of ticket sales. They had to change venue So let's not get carried away. That domestic product is still struggling. And again, my curiosity is, do they have an appetite to go back to London next year? Will All In 2025 be in London? Will they move it to Australia? Will they try and do it domestically? I don't know. Again, you worry about the laws of diminishing return. We see this year not selling as well as it did last year. If they go back in 2025, what is that going to look like? How is that going to excel? Like, will they be able to kind of, if this year is a down year compared to last, can they bounce back? Or do they try another venue? Very interesting. But once again, we are very hopeful that all the news is good news. I know MJF making a lot of headlines with interviews the last couple days here, talking about Britt Baker, talking about WWE, talking about where he's at, talking about the company itself. According to MJF, the locker room has never been tighter, but that remains to be seen. And again, I see this chat loading up, folks, so keep it coming. I love to see it. I'm going to say hello to the people in a couple minutes, but there's some food for thought. What are you thinking about when it comes to AEW? What are you hoping to see tonight? Damien, what are you excited for tonight? I haven't got there yet, but yeah, I can pull that up in real quick just to double check. But yeah, I mean, again, we're looking for a fun night. And again, a lot of news. My humble opinion, AEW needs some good, positive news. More times than not lately, it's been kind of not the best of news. So to see them kind of have some positivity would be very good for everybody involved. And again, I'm still super curious about this rights deal and where it goes. Like, I'm really, really curious to see how it plays out. But with that all being said, folks, tonight we are going to kick off the show with Mercedes Moné taking on Shida, opening the night tonight. How do you feel about that? I'm looking forward to this match. We'll see how it plays out. Big fan of Shida. Everybody knows my criticisms of Mercedes Moné, but I've given her credit over the last few weeks. I think she's doing well. Camille is definitely a nice addition to what she's presenting. And this Sasha Banks, this Mercedes Moné works much better for me. So very interesting match. The only curious part was Shida was kind of being heely lately. So to put her in there with, your top heel at this point in your women's division, a little wonky, but whatever. We'll take it. We also get the AEW World Tag Championship match. The Elite, the Young Bucks, will take on the Acclaimed tonight. I think that match is going to end in a kerfuffle. Yeah, you heard me, a kerfuffle. TBS champ we talked about. Singles match, Swerve Strickland taking on Wheeler Yuta. The very interesting thing about this today is, I don't know if anyone out there saw it, Bully Ray actually put it out on Twitter. He retweeted the call out, the poster for the show, and pointed out that the world champion is hard to find on the page, like very small. And Bully Ray, a veteran, a Hall of Famer, feels like that is something that should be called out more, should be very apparent. Your world champion, whether it's a championship match or not, just the fact that your champion's there should be more prominent and more advertised. A lot of us have talked about how Swerve's title run has gone and how it's been booked and how it's looked. So, I mean, good point from Bully Ray. Good point from Bully Ray on that one. What else do we got? AEW Continental so we got a face-to-face between Claudio and Okada. We will hear from Hook. I know everyone's waited with, sitting on the edge of their seat for what Hook has to say tonight. And then a three-way match for the number one spot in the Casino Gauntlet. The conglomeration. The conglomeration. See, the word's so ridiculous, it's even hard to come out of my mouth. Kyle O'Reilly taking on Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong. The ironic part is O'Reilly and Orange Cassidy are in the same faction. They're both in the conglomeration, but I guess that doesn't really matter. However, that is a bit of the rundown for the card tonight. Still 60, I'm going to end the poll, but 65%-ish feeling like they are excited for All In. But without further ado, as the night rolls on, I will say hello to some people. James, really baffles me that you wanted to start the chat like this tonight. But I'm hoping you're directing that at AEW. Either way, we're not going to yawn. Remember, folks, the wrestling might suck. We never do. We are here for all your wrestling. And don't forget, tomorrow, before I get to this chat, Wrestling Court, the custody of Dom, the custody of Dirty Dom, Dominic Mysterio, once again, His custody is on the line in an epic battle. Big Nick representing Rhea Ripley, Anthony representing Liv Morgan. Who should have the rightful claim to Dominic Mysterio? No ladder match this time, just a heated court case, a heated court battle. So tune in, don't miss that. Tomorrow, 8 p.m., Friday, SmackDown Rampage. We got more content coming through the weekend, and we are working on some members-only stuff, interviews, and so much more. So if you're not a part of the family yet, become part of the family. Let's go. As we are still flirting, we're already flirting, with triple digits. So help us get there. All right, James, welcome, even though you're tired. Rocco, welcome back. I love its build-up season for the WrestleMania show, but you had a tag battle royal to name contenders for the tag belts for Revolution. Those feel like two... I love that. Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of battle royals, a lot of eliminator matches, a lot of, simple ways. And you know what? I gave WWE shit for doing the exact same thing, Rocco. WWE doesn't get off the hook. They too lately, for my money, just are finding random ways to, we said it last night about Roxanne. Roxanne Perez, I would love if she had somebody I was invested in her rival, as a rival, instead of just another match to determine a number one contender. But c'est la vie. I think that's kind of what you were touching on. Damien's looking forward to Mercedes and Sheeta. Of course, I know what a big fan of Mercedes you are, Damien, so I'm sure you're pumped for this one. And I'll be honest with you, bud. I'm actually pretty excited for it too. 67% are excited for All In. Again, I think I'm excited for it. There's big things that could happen. Osprey MJF 2 is going to be epic. So yeah, I'm not, I mean, I could be more excited, but I'm pretty pumped for it. I'm really curious to see how Wembley fills up. I'm really curious to see the crowd, the energy, and I'm really curious how all this is going to play out. Swerve and Daniel Bryan has a lot of intrigue for me in it as well. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? Roddy, welcome back. Wrestling Proud 87. I don't know why everybody got to hate on AEW. It's literally another wrestling show we get to watch. Yes, it has some crappy segments, but WWE does too. All I'm going to say to this Wrestling Proud, without going too far down the debate, but what I will say is this. I think too often criticisms and critiques and opinions of AEW are viewed as hate. So when people point out that they are going to be very hard pressed to fill a baseball stadium in Texas because of their track record, that's not hate. And I know you're not saying that. I'm just giving you an example. I think when people talk about the declining viewership, when people talk about merch sales being down, when people talk about the overall quality of the product being down, having a lot of Dynamites, listen, we're in August, and I still don't think we've had more than 10 really, really exciting Dynamites. I think Dynamite struggled, and being that I've been live for about 900 straight, I'm exaggerating, but as I think we have a pretty good grasp on what Dynamite's giving us. It's been down. Last week's show was rough, and saying, well, this show really sucks this week, that doesn't make you a hater. That doesn't make you bad. And I mean, too many wrestling fans, again, some are very insane. Insane is my polite way to put it. But a lot of them struggle. A lot of them have issues in the sense of, like, they take it personal, like you would smack their mother right in front of them. I don't get the sensitivity to it. You don't work for the company. You don't own the company. You're not part of the company in any way, shape, or form. I don't get it. You like it. That's great. But like the anger and the rage that's generated by some people blow my mind. But I think that's the issue. I don't think it's hate. I come on here every Wednesday and I start the show with, like, hope. Let's be hopeful. Let's be positive. And I know a lot of AEW fans that come to this chat every single week, and we're hoping for the best. But being honest about the product does not make you a hater or critical. As I've talked through my minute, so I'm going to rapid fire. But Jay Harris, good to see you. As I'm getting the warning for the show, AJ's back. WrestleZania HD. Where can I watch AEW in the UK? Google Watch Wrestling. Number one heel viewer is here. Mr. Golfer, good to see you. It's Wednesday, and we know what that means. Yes, Brandon, as We are kicking off the show from Norfolk. And the Dapper Yapper is in the ring. So we're going right into the action, folks. Wasting no time. Bell to bell, all in will blow SummerSlam away. I don't know, Henry. I can't say that with you, buddy, because you're going to get a Chris Jericho match. It's going to suck. You're going to get thrown in matches that shouldn't be on the pay-per-view, which are going to suck and hurt the quality. And that's the thing. People always say, like, ooh, the wrestling in AEW is so much better. I disagree. Tune in on a Friday. Tune in on a Monday. We're getting really solid matches from both companies. And again, we get bad matches from both companies. But as long as we're going to get, treated to, the Young Buck matches that are all over the place or the Jericho matches that are garbage, it hurts that claim. It really does, Henry. I hope it does. I hope, it comes out and absolutely cooks. I think for AEW, their high end is higher, their low end is lower. And I think for WWE, they're very keen on being average at times. So that's my take on it. Kevin, and once again, good to see you. I'm glad you're doing great. Derek, welcome back. Welcome back. As we got Sasha, we got Camille, and we got the dance. I like Hiruka's Hickory's feminine look better than her current edgy look. Interesting take, SoCal Surfer dude. Yeah, I don't mind her edgy. I like the fact that they tried to change it up a little. Again, you're trying to make her a bit heelish and a bit darker, and then you book her against the biggest heel you got. You're not helping the wrestlers. Like, Tony Khan is hurting the wrestlers when he makes those decisions. Sheeta should be picking on baby faces. Sasha should be picking on baby faces. And that's how we make people give a shit. What's up, Bash? What's up, Mike? What's up, Dale? Raw rating was 1.89. I believe NXT was 615. So, yeah, pretty good numbers for both. Really good number for Raw returning to USA Network. And again, you can say what you want. Even the people who blame the Olympics, Raw and SmackDown felt a dent, but it was a ding. It was a slight drop. And they were on Sci-Fi. In addition to that, I know the Meltzers out there want to try and make all the excuses, but and why should it be Sheeta? As ding, 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 we are off and running. Bully Ray does not, he does have his moments, but I respect Bully Ray a lot. And I know the AEW fans are mad at him a lot. But again, I think it's just a case of Bully Ray is very honest about what he's seeing. I don't agree with everything Bully Ray says, but he makes a lot of sense. And I always listen to experience. I know some people out there don't think that's necessary, but you pay attention to legends. You pay attention to people who paved the way. And I take his opinion very serious. I think Bully Ray, people think he talks out of his ass. Fair enough. But I think it's just he's being honest. He's being straight up. He's bringing his years and years of experience to the table. And again, not all his perceptions are perfect, but he's genuine. He's him. He tells you what he feels, he thinks he likes, and he has the platform to do it. I saw it going around today, like I said, talking about the Swerve Strickland situation, and he's not wrong. People got offended. Oh, why are you saying that, old man? And what does that got to do with anything? Right? Like, he's right. When I purposely went and found it and looked at it, and I'm like, where is Swerve? It was like, where's Waldo? He's not wrong. As we are off and rolling, by the way, nice arm drag. Nice transition by Mercedes. There you go. There you go. What's up? What's up? Jake, good to see you. Good to see you. TK, welcome back. Welcome back. Looking good in the neck brace. 3-6 MMA, welcome back to the chat. Russell, I see you. Stoner Jesus, may the blunt be with you, sir. Could it be them moving pay-per-views to Saturday? Yeah, but that's not big enough news, Phil. And again, we've seen some Saturdays before. Listen, me and Nick covering all of, and shout out to Big Nick, shout out to Anthony, by the way. But we cover all those Sunday pay-per-views, and those 6-7 hour live streams are a slog. And that's where, when we talk about the quality of a pay-per-view, you got to really be smart about it. at least if we're going to be up late watching wrestling, Saturday's a much better night to do it for those of us who have to go to jobs and do stuff like that. Right now, Shida in control, raining down in the corner. And like I said, big fan of Shida. I feel like you could do more with her. Mega, good to see AJ already bored. Give it a chance. Give it a chance, AJ. I'm okay. This match started well. I give it credit. As Hangman Adam Page will take on Jay Lethal tonight as well. What's up, JJ? You were close, but I'll accept that, Mega. Yeah, I got you. Kyle, good to see you. Ronan, welcome back. Folks, keep this chat coming. Spaz Phoenix in the house. Bro, props to you guys for being way more unbiased than me. Listen, that's what we do here. I know some people out there say they're unscripted and unbiased and on this and on that. We truly are. We shoot from the hip. We tell you what we think. And again, we watch we have our favorites. Don't get me wrong. And me and Nick getting really good fights over it. But at the end of the day, listen, if AEW was cooking, if AEW was making me jump out of my seat every week, I'd be the first one on here. And I did it for months and months. Prior to Triple H doing his thing, I was very much giving all the flowers to AEW. But things changed. And now AEW's got to figure their shit out. I heard Mercedes Moné can get her IRL cousin Snoop Dogg to show up on AEW sometime. He's been there. Remember the splash hurt around the world? I don't know. Rumor was that Tony didn't like the fact that he went back to WWE to do some stuff. So Mercedes might be able to bridge that gap. Shida for the win. Roddy with a bold prediction. Not likely. Camille used to date Braun from WWE. Shit, right? As we get a Meteora off the apron, folks. I'd say the crowd's a little buzzy. AW trolls in the house. Let's go. I love it. Bring on the opinion. Remember, don't come to a battle of wits unarmed, folks. But if you got something to say and you can back it up, I'm happy to have that conversation. People know I will not shy away from an argument. Camille at ringside again. And just to remind everybody, another Meteora. The match kind of slowed down there for a second, but still rolling on. Crowd went quiet. Mercedes went back to her red hair. I didn't even notice. Damien, thank you for that. Down boy. MDB, good to see you, sir. Anyone else I didn't say hello to? Hello, welcome. Hope everyone's having a wonderful week. I see you, Daniel, Dennis. I love it, love it, love it. Keep that number above triple digits. Be a friend, tell a friend, and make sure you share this link anywhere people are talking about wrestling. I want to see if I can get to 150 here tonight. Right now, Shida reaching for the ropes. So this is where you kind of have two heelish people. Like I said, like we've been building Shida up a little bit as a heel. Sasha's clearly become a heel. So that's where you get the crowd kind of twisted, right? Like the crowd's like, who are we cheering here? And you got Sasha working like a heel against a heelish Shida. It gets, if you have a pure baby face in there, then you know who you're cheering. Wizard of Odd, welcome back. AJ, I got you already. Damn, Camille used to date Braun. Well, wasn't Braun, is he now, or was he with Raquel Rodriguez, Gonzalez, whatever? So, yeah, those are big couples. They make giant babies. Sloppy moves. Nobody likes sloppy moves. Dennis. Hi from Quebec, Canada with love. And fellow Canadian. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. How you booked the mixed tag match how you booked it? I don't know. Fashion Burl. How would I book it? Again, I mean, it would be very interesting. I think this is a chance for the heels, Liv and Dom to steal it. I think they get an ass whooping pretty good, but they find a way to steal it. This way you carry on. At maybe Finn Balor has a hand in it. This way Rhea Ripley still wants to hunt down. Plus she wants her belt back. And then Finn, the real rivalry, the real battle is Finn Damian, right? So I think that's what you do there. And I'm all for it. Like, again, if the heels can get the win, it builds up that heat. They're getting an enormous amount of heat, but if you beat them, you might, you don't want to take that off a little yet. Member for 3 months, Tommy T Dog. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big jumping knee by Sheeta. We got a 2. We got a 2. I like Sasha in WWE, then Mercedes in AEW, then WWE protected her better. She was protected better, but there was also higher level. Like, she was going in the ring with Sasha Banks, Bailey, these big names, Becky Lynch, right? Like, other high level wrestlers. And I'm not taking anything away from Sheeta tonight, but that's where you get exposed a little more. And beyond that, it was just her presentation. Her like this now is a little better. She goes for another Meteora and takes a knee in the butt. That was odd. They called it a tailbone, but that was the butt. The show start real boring already. DJ not feeling it. The crowd isn't really feeling it live, but I told you my theory on it. Match is picking up now. Not bad. I thought it started well, then I thought it hit a bit of a lull. Another Meteora. Apparently, that's the move of the night. Sasha Banks will go back to WWE in 2 years. There's potential, right? Again, I think a lot of the athletes, especially if you feel like you have a good amount of runway, I could go to AEW, make extra money for a couple years, and then go back and do WWE. It works. I mean, if Sasha got 10 mil, then when she goes to WWE, she doesn't really need the big payoff. She doesn't need Charlotte Flair money. Do you know what happened to Moxley? Is he injured? Hasn't been on TV lately. Sabbatical, just taking a rest, some R&R, and I think it's good. I think other wrestlers, I think the Jericho, the Bucks, Orange Cassidy, I think I highly recommend that to all of them. Just go take a break, take a breather. This way, when you come back, you feel fresh, you feel new, you feel exciting. Not enough wrestlers in AEW are taking enough time off. We got a 2. We got a 2. Okay. Camille pulling Sasha out of the ring, saving the day. Sheeta is the best part of this match. I'm still very into this match. Yeah, I bet you are, bro. Sheeta comes out, kicks Camille, and got the kendo stick in hand now. Oh, she taking out the heavy. Yeah. If I'm being picky, I'd rather that didn't happen. As the ref gets distracted, here comes Camille. What's she taking? What is she waiting for? And the big boot. A smattering of boos. And a clunky looking finisher. Mercedes has to change that finisher. Ever since she made her return in New Japan, that finisher is hit and miss. She moaning. I think she will go back 2 count. So, ladies and gentlemen, still TBS champion. There you go. There you go. Mercedes Moné gets the win. Question is, does this match have an aftermath? There we go. Just like every other match last week. So we are officially moved into our second week in a row of straight aftermath of every single match. Now going on over 2 weeks, folks. If you are following along at home, every single AEW match has had something happen. As Camille grabs a fan with a Sting mask and starts beating him up, as now we're going to see DMD in the ring because we've been here before. They're doing everything they can as the camera will. Oh, wait, why would she come out of the crowd like that? Was she late for the surprise spot? Wait a minute, the crowd's cheering. What didn't you? This is weird. That was a really odd way to shoot all that. Yeah, the finishing move sucks. She needs to change it, and half the time she fucks it up. Oh, and the sloppy spot between Britt and Mercedes. She's going for the lockjaw. Camille grabbing the foot. Camille, beat up Britt. Camille, beat up Britt. You're the heavy. Beat up Britt. What the fuck? Alexis, I'm about to go on strike with you. Everything about what happened at the end of that match, guys, and I know some people out there aren't going to want to hear this. They're going to tell me I'm hating. Everything about that aftermath sucked. Everything was done wrong. You did the distraction spot. Camille slides out, thinks the fan is doing the Sting mask again. That I like. But then the next shot should be Britt sliding in the ring behind Mercedes. Instead, you pan to a crowd shot, and she comes walking in long enough that Mercedes notices. Then they have a weird exchange where Mercedes looks like she doesn't know what she's doing, gets locked in the lockjaw, and instead of the heavy coming in and kicking her in the face and then getting some heat on Sasha, they ran away. They ran the fuck away. Do you not understand how you're supposed to get heat? As we go to a clip of Hangman and Jay Lethal. All right, so this has been an odd scenario as well, but am I wrong, folks? Like, that whole situation after the match went wrong, was done wrong. Was Britt late for her cue? Was the cameraman in the wrong? Why did it take so long? Why wasn't it a surprise pop? You gave everybody at home that opportunity when the camera turned right. As Hangman's here, beating up Jeff Jarrett. How do you guys feel about Hangman Page versus Jeff Jarrett at All In? As Jay Lethal getting beat with a microphone. Hangman Page has gone crazy, folks. And here we go. So we went from aftermath to pre-match kerfuffle. You heard me, kerfuffle. This is the best feud, Keyshawn. I'm with you, bro. Hilarious. Backstage fight. I'm so confused. 3.5 star match. You stop that, Damien. It was a 3 at best. That's because Mercedes and Camille are chicken shit. But you have the big heavy. And you want to garner heat. You didn't get heat by running away. You look like chicken shit. It didn't work. It doesn't work. You didn't do it right. And all you had to do was have Camille lay the boots to DMD. Mercedes get up, get a couple extra shots in. Maybe then DMD grabs the kendo stick and gets to her feet and they run off. But you got to get some heat. Topes from Jay Lethal. By the way, who are you predicting in this one? I got on a page. As Lethal hitting a few. That's right, a few topes. Jumping. Steven Tyler behind Jeff Jarrett. Did you just refer to Karen as Steven Tyler? That was off from the finisher, to be honest, to the end. Listen, constructive criticism, that finisher sucks. As we get a dead eye on the apron. But folks, we're at 133. Be a friend, tell a friend. I want 150 in this chat tonight. Let's go. And shout out to everybody. If I haven't said hello to you yet, don't forget, we got the super chat, super stickers. If you want to stand out from the crowd, that was a very terrible finisher. Camille is actually married to Charlotte's ex-husband. Facts. Yeah, I wonder if we've seen him have a cup of tea, but I wonder if he'd ever make the transition. But Camille that was your chance to really, build some heat for Camille. Build some heat for Sasha going into this match at All In. Running away. You're a giant. It's like last week. You got Hook chasing away Big Bill. Like, I don't get it. Big guys beat up little guys. It's the way it goes. How it happens. That Brit angle at the end sucked. Yeah, it was awkward. It was clunky, half-baked booking. This is stupid. Again, guys, this is the frustrating part about AEW and my frustration as a fan on a weekly basis. Everything was there. Tony had all the ingredients to make the meal, and he just doesn't know when to put things in the oven or when to simmer. He doesn't know when to he doesn't know the order and what shit goes. And that's it. You see it all there. Camille was there. Sheeta was there. Sheeta against Mercedes, the booking unto itself was a mistake right out of the gate. But regardless, You have the distraction spot. You have an opportunity for Britt to surprise everybody and get a pop. And you just had her walking down the aisle like the next contestant on The Price is Right. What are we doing, Tony? It's all right there. We see it. Us amateur know-nothings, us podcast marks are can tell you exactly what would have made that better, how that would have worked better, what you could have done just to make it more interesting, more compelling. Lay boots to DMD. Lay boots to her. Don't let her chase you off. Kick her ass. Put it in everybody's mind that the idea that DMD overcoming Mercedes with the help of Camille is going to be damn near next to impossible. And as they're giving her a couple licks, pause on that, as they're laying boots to her, you have the announce team conveying that to you. You get fucking Mask Face to yell out some shit like, what is she going to do it all in? How is she ever going to win? How is she going to beat this champion? Like, that's what you do. It's all right there, Tony. You had all the pieces. You just don't know what the fuck you're doing with the pieces. You ever get like a kid? You ever see a kid build like something with a Lego? They're trying to build a house, but the pieces are everywhere. That's how Tony Khan books. It's supposed to be a house, but I painted a blue duck. I've never seen a blue duck before. But ladies and gentlemen, we are in picture. Adam Page in control of Jay Lethal right now. I welcome everybody to the channel. 142, 8 away from 150. Let's get to 150, and then I'll get greedy and start asking for 200. But I appreciate everybody for joining us tonight. I appreciate everybody blowing up this chat. Keep it coming. I will get to as much as I possibly can. Hangman still bores me. I like Hangman Page. I like Ring of Honor Hangman Page. I think, and I've bashed him more than just about. The Hangman's up there with some of the most bashed by me in this company. But again, I think Hangman's got a lot of potential. You just got to book him accordingly. You brought him back after his time off, and you could have really made him a good heel and really had him go after like Swerve or a Darby and be in that mix. And you botched it. You brought him back, and then he was like reluctantly on the elite team. Didn't quite make sense. It would have been better if they had made amends. Like, they lifted his suspension because we became friends again. I know you think there was issues with me and the Bucks, but we talked it out, and now I'm on their side. And he would be getting booed. And instead of being in something like that, something that matters, something strong, we're definitely, we're in a feud with Jeff Jarrett. And no offense, Jeff Jarrett, but Adam Page being involved, we might as well go back and wrestle the Dark Order. Hangman for the win. The learning tree is not scheduled on the graphic tonight. Great. 62. I got 143 people with me right now. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so, folks. As I see we got up over 70. I want triple digits in those likes. Help us help the algorithm. Help us massage it and build this number up. We are growing by the minute, and we're loving it. So, again, click that like button. Give us some love. Hangman still bores me. Got that one. Hangman for the win. Hangman has Jay Lethal in the corner right now, folks. The learning tree is not scheduled. I got that one, and that makes me excited. That'd be crazy. We finally get a Jericho free, but we got, wait. Jericho's not advertised. A Hook segment is advertised. Hang on tight, TK. I see you. I know what you're up to. Where is he? So I fell asleep during the first match. Welcome to the chat, Anthony. Welcome. Coming off the heels of what was a bit of a lackluster NXT last night, I thought the match was okay. I thought it started strong, and then I thought it finished poorly. And I thought there was a lot of, we watched NXT last night, really good women's matches. And I mean, I would put up a lot of what we're getting elsewhere as far as the women's product up against that match. Like, that wasn't a strong match. The finish was bad. The aftermath was bad. I think AEW is becoming boring. I don't know if becoming is the correct word. And it's weird because AEW, to me, it has its boring moments. Don't get me wrong. But it's not. I'm always kind of into what's happening. It might be not the best, but it's almost like a car crash. Like, I never I rarely are like, this is completely boring, and check out. Some of the dumber matches or some of the silly stuff, sure. 2 count by Jay. This one's a good match, off and running, by the way. But yeah, I mean, it's boring because you're not investing. And I see 150. Thank you so much, folks. I love seeing 150 in the chat. 160? Do we got 160 in us? I think we can do it, right? We can get to 160. Now we're back to 149. I scared somebody away. Fucker, where'd you go? Jay Lethal. Oh, in control right now. This show is going to be long. No. Remember, the wrestling might suck. We never do. So we're going to get through this one way or the other. AEW just gets right into the match. No storyline recap or nothing. Again, you can do that. If you want to be all about the matches, great. But then the matches have to deliver. Like, if you're going to just skip all the other fringe stuff, then the matches have to cook. That's the pressure you're putting on yourself. When you have good stories can make up for shit matches, but shit matches can't make up for no story. Oh, the ref actually saying the shoulders aren't down. They just held the cradle for like 11 seconds. But the AEW ref did his job. Tony Khan has turned Jay Lethal into a jobber. Facts. The whole crew is. That's why the Jeff Jarrett thing's odd. I like what Jeff Jarrett did, but you could have had an opportunity to make Jeff Jarrett versus Hangman Page in the final of the Owen Hart, and you botched that. We got the buckshot, and we got the win. Hangman Page. All right, folks, we're on a streak. Are we going to get an aftermath to this match? Are we going to get it? We're on a streak, remember. We're on a roll. Every match for going back 2 weeks. Every single match. Oh, we might get out of this one clean. Oh, wow. I'm here for the comments and not the wrestling. Fair enough. I'll take it. Cowboy wins. As we are going to a replay of MJF at Rev Pro. So Michael Oku and his fiance very rumored to be joining AEW as we see Ospreay coming out to save him. For those who haven't seen this yet, this was at Rev Pro over in the UK. Michael Oku, one of the top stars there, and Will Ospreay coming out to save the day. Again, I like that. That's a nice touch when you're trying to build up a rivalry, build up a huge match, especially when you're going to be over in the UK. That is a good move. And again, to your best in your company, if not to the two best, delivering big time. As now we go to MJF pre-tape package. MJF makes me want to be extra American. How do you become extra American? Is that like 2 more guns? What does that mean? I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Not really. Maybe a little. AEW is boring. Nah. It might be crazy. It might not make a lot of sense. But I don't always describe it or often describe it as boring. I just call it fucking messy. Like it's a dumpster fire. What's up, Philip? How you doing? Hope this is a good Dynamite. Every Wednesday we have hope, only for Tony Khan to let us down. Listen, man, every week, Philip, you're right. Every week I start with the same speech. We are hopeful. We are optimistic. For the AEW truists out there that are watching that don't want to like the stream or don't want to participate in the chat, I know you're there. I know you can hear me, but we start every show hoping for the best. And again, if you go through our archives, the old days, AEW got a lot of love. I would argue 2024 has been a very bad year for AEW. A couple good pay-per-views. The weekly show has been a bit of a shit show and more bad news than good news. That's my take on it. Will Ospreay's old stomping ground, Rev Pro. Facts. Hangman is on fire. He's on fire beating jobbers. Listen, if you're building the feud between Jeff Jarrett and Hangman Page, and ignore the fact that I don't love that idea, but they're doing it. But him beating up one of Jarrett's friends works as far as storytelling goes. So I get it, but you give him a win, you sell. It's your chance for the announcers to talk about the crazy Hangman. The Hangman's gone off the edge. And again, a lot of people forget that those jobber matches were a lot to do with, just presenting what you're hoping the fan base is going to get out of the wrestler. You get them in there, you let the commentary team talk about them, you let them sell us on it. Too bad, Excalibur and Tony Schiavone kind of suck, but you have me, and I can sell you on what they're trying to do. Say your prayers, drink orange juice, and train your pockets. That's kind of funny. That should be on a t-shirt. Richard, another Richard. So for All In, the only pop we're going to get is Shane McMahon finally being introduced to AEW. I really don't think bringing in Shane will move the needle for AEW. Father of Time is catching up. Well, it depends on how you look at it, Richard. In the wrestling world, Shane McMahon popping up in AEW is gigantic news. That is insane. So yes, do I think that, is it an expectation of, I know people talked about, Shane McMahon versus MJF. Those years, and if you remember the last time we saw Shane McMahon, the last time we saw Shane, he wasn't doing so well. He kind of blew out his quads. He wasn't feeling so right. He looked like his dad. Again, I'm not saying the guy's a cripple. I'm saying that he isn't who he used to be. If you're bringing in name of value, if you're bringing in something that could tell a story, if you're bringing in something epic, yeah, I think it moves the needle. Shane McMahon just being a McMahon moves the needle in wrestling. People will tune in on a Wednesday. If it was announced that next Wednesday, Shane McMahon will be opening Dynamite, ratings will go up. Undeniably. It would be epic. It would be jaw-dropping. Do I expect it? No. Could it happen? Why not? Everything else, we've had a crazy 2024, so anything's possible. So as we still are getting the MJF package, by the way, it's quite long. Not bad. But yeah, I think as far as what it means and what it could mean, there's potential. I think there's absolute potential in that. But he's not coming back to be like we don't need Shane McMahon jumping off the cage at Blood and Guts. You know what I mean? Beyond that, as far as All In goes, you're going to get, like, Ospreay's going to get a huge pop, and they're building this one right. I will give them credit. Last year, you remember Ospreay had to fight Jericho, and they turned Ospreay heel. That's why he was with Callis, to stroke Jericho's ego. Another example of Jericho putting himself first. So Jericho wanted to do the Queen spot, which he couldn't do and shouldn't have done and shouldn't have subjected us to it. So they tried to make Ospreay a heel at Wembley, which was one of the dumbest fucking decisions ever. So this year they're getting it right. Pure heel, MJF. Pure babyface, Will Ospreay. Perfect. What's up, Rachel? How you doing? Thank you, Adrian. How you doing as well? Welcome back. J-Boy, I see ya. Roman, I see ya. If anyone out there is wondering, we are on a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. I will take a second to remind everybody who's listening to my voice right now, we are back tomorrow as 8 p.m. We go live with the custody of Dirty Dom. That's right. Poor Dominic Mysterio's custody is on the line again. Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Nick versus Anthony as I return to the judges' bench. And it's going to be a fun one. Tune in for some laughs. Everybody out there listening right now, you get to be witnesses and you get to be a part of the jury. So show up tomorrow. Let it be known. Let us hear what you have to say about Liv versus Rhea. Who should have the rightful claim to Dom Dom? Poor little Dom Dom. I'm just looking for the button. Where the hell did the button go? And I'm back. There we go. So yes, get in there for that Friday SmackDown. And again, we got more live streams coming up. We're going to do more progress. We got some GCW on the horizon. Of course, All In next weekend. All Out right behind it. Bash at Berlin. We got busy times coming up, folks. So I see over 150 people. Let's get that to 175. Do I hear 175 as we roll through this commercial break? Show's off to an interesting start. Curious how you guys feel about the first portion of the show. Mercedes taking on Sheeta, not a terrible match, not a great ending. The aftermath was a little messy. Hangman Lethal have a decent match. Good win for Hangman as far as the story goes, and a little bit of a package for from MJF. So, and again, we broke the streak. I will say this. I will give credit where credit is due. They broke the streak. There was no aftermath in the Hangman match. So after going 7 or 8, 9 straight matches, we finally didn't have one. So there we go. Shane is plotting to steal AEW. It's not that easy. Not that easy. Shane would have to talk to Shad, which again, that company, people who think this company is going to go bankrupt or just cease to exist, or the McMahons are going to buy it. This is Tony Khan's, like, you know, you had a better chance of getting his family dog away from him. Like, this is his pet, his puppy, his little baby. As we're back, and we got Pac reminding us he's a #1 contender. Completely overlooked in the mix. I'm glad they did this. Billy Boy. MJF storylines in lines is Ham and Eggers. There you go. 82 likes. Let's get that to 100, folks. I got 156 with me right now. Let's get in there and click that like button. Keep this party rolling. I really think Jamie Hayter will get a huge pop at All In. She should. Again, if you are bought tickets to that show, you're going to be very excited for Jamie Hayter to return, to resurface. Okay. So Pac. Okay. So Pac, as Roll Tide points out, Neville, who got bumped from All In, as he was #1 contender to that title, he got bumped. And as a gentleman says, I will fight the winner at All Out. There you go, folks. So Pac will get his match, but again, you kind of stepped all over your own toes trying to get here. Shane is best for business. Roddy, listen, if Shane McMahon was an on-screen character, if you did it right, the entertainment value on this show goes up exponentially. Period. I will argue that till I'm blue in the face. Good women match, apart from the ending. Bonkers, I agree. There you go. There you go. Have they never seen Tony Khan's dad's mustache? He's family. Has stupid long money. Yeah, facts. Yeah, they ain't going nowhere. Real life Hobbit on AEW. As we are getting a highlight of Hologram, the biggest star ever created in wrestling, teaming up with Darby Allin. And we go to a Darby Allin package. So Pac gets the winner at All Out. Yes. So Pac, instead of being pissed off and saying, what the fuck? This is bullshit. You bumped me off Wembley. Like, poor Pac. Does Pac get to be on the pre-show? Like, Pac is from there too, you know. And this poor man got bumped from All In and now has to battle it All Out. Whew. Hopefully a Taco Bell ad doesn't pop up. Dude, I would pop. Let's do that shit. Pac versus Ospreay at All Out. Take my money. Yeah, again, I'm thrilled about that match. You're not wrong, Kyle. You're not wrong. It could be MJF, though. If Shane is brought in to help with the product behind the scenes, that will be a big plus for AEW. Yeah, in a theory. But there's a lot of people that have been brought in to help the product. And I feel like people who they're welcomed until their opinion varies from the rest of them. So I think that if Shane comes in hot and heavy and says, this needs to change, that needs to change, this could be better from his professional perspective, there's a good chance they get him pushed out pretty quick. Tony Khan remembered. Yeah. He opened his notebook. Oh, shit. No, Pac showed up at work today and was like, hi. Remember I was going to work Ospreay at Wembley? What happened? What can you do for me? Oh, shit. I'll give you $25,000 and all out. That's what you get, Pac. You don't get all in. Now get out of my office. As here comes Darby Allin, ladies and gentlemen. And he gets popped. Jack Perry with the running knee. Pac looks like he's about to leave Pac alone. The man gravity forgot. Majority of the people that hate on AEW don't even watch. They just get their opinions from podcasters and Twitter accounts aggregated by Fed PR. Wow, funny. Did you hear MJF say that in an interview about the aggregated by Fed PR? Did you see what you did? See, I heard that too, so I didn't hijack it and make it my own smile mark. But with all that being said, that goes both ways. And again, acting like it doesn't is ridiculous. And the majority of people that hate on WWE don't watch the product anymore. And in fact, a few of the people that champion AEW, that wear AEW products on their live podcasts and talk about being diehard AEW fans, they don't cover Rampage. They don't cover Collision. They don't watch that shit because they know it's garbage. So again, they can make all the excuses and they can blame bots. They can blame the Olympics. They can blame PR. Where's your PR? If you're getting out hustled, if you're getting outworked by your competition, that's on you. You said you were in a war? Pull up your big boy pants, go get your PR, and do your own digging. The problem is your PR is David Meltzer, and nobody believes a fucking word that comes out of that guy's mouth either. So, majority might be an inaccurate statement. That a lot of people hate on AEW. But the majority of them, again, just like AEW fans that don't watch WWE. So let's not be naive, my buddy. The man TK forgot. Yeah, no shit, Spaz. Could you see Darby as world champion? I think we might get Darby beating Danielson at Grand Slam. Or at Grand Slam's coming up, right? Plus, Danielson's got to wrestle at Wrestle Dream, right? Like, Danielson is going to wrestle at Wrestle Dream. I can't imagine Danielson retiring at All In and not making it to Wrestle Dream, as Jack Perry is kicking the living shit out of Darby, if anybody was wondering. Hit and run. Good video package for Darby. Not bad, not bad. Darby dropping hard truths. It's true. And again, I mean, give him credit. Again, another brawl. This is our third brawl in 3 segments. So a little heavy on the brawling. But yeah, I mean, they're trying to build this. And I mean, Jack Perry, Darby's not a bad... Like, if they were fighting for some, like, mid-card title, or, like, if they were down the card and used consistently, which, I mean, Darby is more than Jack has, I have no problem with the young talent being utilized. Darby would be an interesting world champion. Like, if you put up the posters side by side and, like, you got Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Darby Allin. I mean, if you want it to be the alternative, the edgy, non-mainstream wrestling, Darby would be a great poster boy for that. I had this weird feeling, this weird thought that somehow Darby might beat Danielson. But again, there's so many number one contenders and so many moving parts. Yeah, I don't know. Y2J MLW with Ryback. There you go. God. This has more video packages than WWE Kickoff. Yeah, give it time. I don't mind the video packages. Sometimes the formatting in the program is a little wonky from TK, but he's trying. It's Earboy. Leave Dumbo alone. I heard I live in my car shit 1,000,000 times. Well, again, I mean, that's one of the questions I will put out to everybody. AEW is 5 years old. We've seen some of these characters for a long time. If you haven't changed much, if you've been very, on one kind of storyline for 5 years, they might need a refresh. I hope we get Pac and Ricochet. Now that's a reach. And out of left field, listen, I'm all for it. Let's go. I feel bad for Pac, guys. Like I said, Pac was number one contender in story, and they bumped him. So poor Pac doesn't get a shot. but he will take on Ospreay at All Out, most likely. Maybe MJF. Backstage fight 2. When Pac flies through the air, his ears act like parachutes. That's why he's able to like get so much height. That's why he's able to stay up there so long. Shane's the #1 striker in wrestling. Watch him challenge Cranky Khan to a custody of the mud show. Well, I could see Shane McMahon. By the way, we are in commercial break. I could see Shane McMahon coming in and very much like saying everything the WWE marks say. Everything. You go and you dig it in and you represent that side of the IWC with some wrestlers that represent the anti-AEW way of being. And you make it like that divide. You make it like that NWO vibe. As now we are on a pre-tape for Mariah May. A lot of pre-tapes, guys. In like, again, the formatting's a little funky. Like, spread them out a little, Tony. Brawling is better than boring. TJ, a lot of fans think that. Like, I saw a fan online today and made my head hurt of like, people are talking about the idea that there could be 3 stadium shows for AEW next year. 4 if you count New Japan. And people are like, oh, could we get 4 stadium stampedes? See, that's where I'm different. And again, I don't want to knock that particular fan or any fans that are like, oh, that's awesome. But honestly, like, you can't wait for the next stadium stampede? The fuck? Really? We're just not the same. That's okay. You like what I don't like. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, wow. Like, no, you can't. We have 2 anarchy in the arenas and 2 stampedes. Like, no. Calm it down. I predict Darby wins the world title versus Bryan Danielson at Grand Slam. Damien, great minds think alike, my guy. Security did something for once. Rare. Very rare. Jack Perry looks like he's fresh from the Young Bucks casting. Oh, spaz. But Mariah May is, I mean, this is good. It's just I've seen, like, again, this feels a little long, like MJF's was a little long. Like, it's going. Darby just did one, and then we got a fight, and then we did another one. Just a small formatting issue. Hey! This, I think, somehow plays into All In, by the way. As we got... Okay. Mariah May's favorite little girlfriend stuck in the middle, and nobody's talking to her. Security did something for once. Now a coffin match at All In. Is that true? Did you make that up? Brawling better than nothing. Did I miss that? Coffin match at Wembley. Why can't we just have a fucking match? Okay, coffin match. Whatever. Darby is definitely winning it All In since he's never lost a coffin match. There you go. See, that's where you would be tempted to give it to Jack Perry. And it all depends. Darby's over no matter what. Jack Perry, to me, needs the win more than Darby needs it. As we got, Mira Shirakawa all upset. Didn't even know she was still in the company or still hanging around. We hadn't seen her. But that might play into this All In story, which I hope it doesn't. But, yeah, we get a coffin match at All In. God, they love their stupid shit. I'm happy AEW uses video package. Their promo segments don't always hit. That is a good point, Richard. And again, when you have some, I'll say greener talent, younger talent, and they maybe not the best promos. Like if you give Jack Perry a mic to go out there, it's not great. But you can do pre-tapes. You can edit them. You can make them look stronger. My only request of Tony Khan on this one is look at your formatting a little better. Maybe don't clump them. But here comes the triple threat, folks. Who will get the #1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match? What do you think about holding Buddy Matthews back? Lack of mic skills. I like his in-ring work. He is a phenomenal in-ring talent. I do believe Buddy Murphy is the guy that needs a strong lead. Again, I haven't heard Buddy cut a promo in like 4 years, so maybe I'm giving an unfair assessment. What I remember of Buddy was, maybe not the biggest of personalities as far as cutting a promo, getting over with the crowd that way. But, I mean, like I said before, I mean, one of my biggest disappointments in WWE was You had Buddy Murphy and Malachi Black tearing it down on the main roster, and it got swept away. Nobody cared. The fans wanted it. Nobody booking gave a shit. As here comes Roderick Strong. Mercedes Moné won over Shida. Yes, she did. To retain the TBS champion. Shida really got the worst of that. Yeah, I mean, again, Shida's kind of in that spot right now, and it's a little bit of curious booking by my standards of Shida was just trying to get heelish and was kind of changing her attitude. And you think you'd kind of want to build her up, give her a few wins, but she loses tonight. So be it. All the stadium stampedes I've seen have been absolute dog water and lazy booking. Yeah. And here comes Kyle O'Reilly, which I will remind everybody, Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly are in the same faction. They're on the same team. Swerve match, the main event, or the Young Bucks match? Tonight, it's going to be the Young Bucks, I imagine. Swerve doesn't get the main event window a lot. Swerve has been overlooked. Swerve has been an afterthought. Moxley got more time on TV than Swerve when they first won the titles. Yeah, I'm really disappointed in what they've done with Swerve Strickland. And now Swerve Strickland, even this thing with Daniel Bryan, Swerve feels like a secondary. It's all about Daniel and Daniel's retirement and possibly retiring. Yeah, I don't know. But the triple threat off and running. This Dynamite is better than last Wednesday's, but that's not saying. No, it's been a better show. I will give you that. I agree. And Kyle O'Reilly rocking the Vancouver Canucks colors. I don't know if I just made that up or if it's a coincidence. I want the Hurt Business in TNA or New Japan. Yeah, I like the idea of the Hurt Business going into TNA. I really do. I think TNA could do something. We've seen a lot of people go down to TNA and figure their kind of find a groove. And TNA, as our buddy Anthony reminds us all the time, TNA has really good stories. TNA has really strong storytelling. And I think that's best for Hurt Business. Coming to like AEW, I don't think it works because they need the story. As Roderick getting the worst of this exchange, but now the two friends. Oh, no, wait. OC setting up. That was egregious. So paved by Orange. Can we GCW version of Orange Cassidy way better? I think that was half a sentence. Danielson expects the final countdown at All In London in more than a week. Yeah, I would expect it to. I mean, again, if you've done it before, you'll do it again. It's Danielson's farewell tour. Again, I really think that Wrestle Dream should be his final match if they're going to do it this year. Yeah, I don't see him losing at All In. I don't. I think the stipulation kind of makes me feel like it's a guaranteed win for Bryan. Then Bryan could drop it either could drop it to Darby, or he could keep it until Wrestle Dream. And maybe Wrestle Dream's his last match. AEW may not have the best butter in the world, but does not know how to make a good dessert. We have to see if Shane will make a difference. Again, Shane McMahon, one person is not going to solve this problem. One person will not solve the problem with AEW. The problem with AEW is it starts at the top. It's the organization. It's how it's run. It's how it's coordinated. It's the immaturity of Tony Khan. I know Tony Khan's like my age. He's like 41, 42, something like that. But he acts like he's 12. The way he sits, like you see him at the media scrums sitting next to the wrestlers, like a little, like, oh my God, it's Chris Jericho. Oh, that's generally not how a grown man behaves. But when you've been kind of sheltered in money your whole life, you're going to have a warped sense of reality. Seems like a super nice guy, but it starts with him. He's the problem. And then again, it's the people closest to him. It's all the TV time and clout that Jericho has, that the Bucks have. It's people that aren't contributing to a better product. People aren't tuning in. You got to book and push whoever the best is. And the inability to listen to the outside world and the inability to, you had so much experience around you, Jerry Lynn, Mark Henry, You've had others come in and out that you could utilize. Jay Lethal's there, Sanjay's there, Jarrett's there, for Christ's sake. I just feel like there's people in the company that know they could do better. But if you have a bunch of people that call their own shots, you end up with, where's Nick when I need him? WCW, and it's not good. It's never good for the company. If you can't go to Jericho and say no, or if you can't go to one of your talent like the Bucks and say this isn't working, or this is a bad idea, or make this make sense, this isn't just your weekly YouTube show, you got a problem. OC for the win, 2-0. Oh, yeah, by the way, who are you guys taking? Who are you predicting for this match? Good point. Mercedes Moné, New Japan, return August 30th, Capital Collision. Facts. And I think we're going to try and be here for that one, Damien. That's a busy weekend. The only person who can stop the bleeding is Shad. Yeah, maybe. But Shad's choice might be euthanize the damn thing. But I do believe the cons are using AEW as a giant tax write-off. That's another reason why this company doesn't need to go anywhere. Right? With all the money making that Shad's doing, he don't give a fuck how much money Tony loses. Oh, yeah, son, spend it. Go. Yeah. You run 3 stadiums. You got to remember, like, AEW running stadium shows is not the same as WWE running these stadium shows. Cities are bidding on WrestleMania. Cities are bidding on SummerSlam. Cities are paying a pop to get WWE. It goes the other way with AEW. AEW paying. And then when you don't like Wembley, if you don't move the tickets that you're hoping to move, that's a big hole. That's your money. That's, again, your investment. It's a different animal. Sony's dealing with a different business model than the WWE right now. So if he runs or tries to run 3-4 stadium shows, it could be disastrous. But I think Shad's just laughing his way. He doesn't give a fuck. It ain't even it's not even a drop in the bucket. OC for the win. Orange Cena never loses, rarely loses. Darby told no lies. Darby Perry feels personal. I don't mind Darby Perry. I know some people don't love Darby Perry as a rivalry. I don't mind it, and I don't mind this. Oh, stun dog, and it was held. Now O'Reilly, and that was a weird spot. Roll through by OC. Reversal from O'Reilly. We do have action. Chad Khan probably doesn't want to cause a rift between father and son, so he won't stop his son, sadly. I don't want him to stop his son, man, as long as we get this. I mean, again, there is good here. I can't throw out the whole product. Jarrah Hogan. I still want hashtag Jarrah Hogan to trend someday. Y'all got to make that happen. Hashtag Jarrah Hogan. Do you ever feel like in these matches, like what we're seeing here, and I saw it a couple times now, and I felt like we saw it in the Sasha match, where there's these moments where it looks like the people in the ring are trying to figure out what's next, which is never a good thing. But that's what it looks like. They're like looking at each other, and they're like, shit, I can't remember what was next. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a lack of experience, a lack of memory, a combination of both. The Khans have made more successful in business than the McMahons or Triple H can ever be. Oh, Henry, let's be careful. I mean, Triple H is a different animal. I don't think it's fair to lump him in there. But I mean, let's different animal, different worlds. And again, Khan wants to be the best in their world. So don't be naive. Don't be silly. And again, I think this is a great tax write-off for Shad. He doesn't give a shit. Everybody today was talking about a big buzz that the Fulham Women's Football Club will now have AEW on the front sponsor. Big news, big exciting news. Fulham has decided. Wait a minute. Who owns Fulham? Oh, anyway. Orange Cassidy to the top. Big elbow drop. On to O'Reilly. O'Reilly for the win. No Jarrah Hogan. We still have a hook segment coming up, so hold tight. OC did help make the international title relevant. Kind of, sort of, but I felt like it almost became listen, we have a fantasy wrestling faction that we have a nice league. Go shout out Fantasy Faction on Instagram and everywhere else. But Orange Cassidy was our captain because he gets booked a lot. He works a lot. He just oversaturated OC. And again, it's been 5 years of a lot of Orange Cassidy. But here come the Kingdom sliding a chair in. But we got Ishii and Mark Briscoe. Mark sliding into the ring. Oh, and they all hug, waiting for the tope. Briscoe up and over. Love Mark Briscoe. Listen to the crowd. This is the loudest the crowd has been all night, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this crowd. NJ is in Japan, yes. And Stardom. I think I misspoke last time I was on. She picked up a win. But yeah, she's over there. I mean, I'm not arguing. He's fucking loaded. I mean, but again, the billions and billions of dollars that the McMahons have generated is nothing to shake a stick at. And again, when you get to a certain point of rich, it's just all imaginary money. It's like fucking Monopoly at that point. It's fucking nuts. Hashtag Jared Hogan. As we go to picture, folks, all three men on the outside. Roderick just went to drop Orange Cassidy onto Kyle and missed. That's facts. He tried to drop O'Reilly onto, he tried to drop Orange Cassidy onto O'Reilly and missed. I think the announcement has to be All In or Max. If you listen, I've accused Tony Khan of being a lot of things. I don't think he's dumb. He might be immature or silly. I don't think he is dumb. If you are going to start alluding to like the biggest announcement in our company's history, if he comes out and announces All In or Australia or something other than the rights deal, that would make me very concerned as an AEW fan about the rights deal. Because to me, it feels like then it might be a bait and switch and it might be a bit of getting ahead of bad news. I can't imagine that this imminent historic news we are going to get from Tony Khan is not something to do with Max or a rights deal or the signing with TNT or something. Something. It has to be. Because if it isn't that, anything else is secondary. That is the biggest thing. And he knows, or at least he should know, or his PR people should know that everybody's waiting for that news. So if you're going to allude to having a big announcement and it's not that, it's going to come off like you're crying wolf like you have before. This episode is live at the University of Virginia, Norfolk. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like that stream, folks. Make sure you hit like. I got 127. I want to see this get back to 150. But yes, give us the likes. Give us some love. Give that algorithm a rub as we continue to roll on here tonight. And I will remind everybody, we're here all week long. We watch all your favorite wrestling. We watch all the pay-per-views. We watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. And I don't care what they claim or what they look like or what they try and do. We do it more than anybody else out there. We do it on a different level. So we thank everybody for joining us on this Wednesday night as we are still in picture. Lots more to come, lots more action. But again, I want to see this get back to 150, folks. 129 is good. 150 would be better. Tony had this match booked since he was 8. Orange Cassidy. KJ, All In on Max is part of the media rights deal. Yeah, that's I agree with that, JV. Like, that's what it's got to be. It's got to be a part of that. That's got to be the announcement. If it's some like, oh, hey, everybody. Now, if you're doing both all at the same time, by the way, we were going to Max, and we're going to do all in 2025 in Australia. That's big news. That's cool. All right, let's go. But if you come out and just announce that you're going to do a stadium show in Australia, which I don't even know if is the best choice. Like, I really wish Tony would just like fucking get the product dialed in, fix your locker room, fix the weekly show, and then worry about all the other shit. Like, the problem is this man's trying to build a fortress on a shitty foundation. But that being said, if he announces anything but the rights, then there's an issue. I'd be concerned. As Orange Cassidy kicking both men, crowd's a little live. By the way, biggest pop of the night, Mark Briscoe by far. Double Hurricane Rana. OC getting a lot of love right now. Big DDT, an assisted DDT. Roderick going for, Orange Crush. Or Beach Break. I'm sure AEW stays with WBD. They just won't disclose the money talk because it won't be huge. Yeah, I got that feeling too. I'm curious, right? And again, my concern for months was Tony thinks everything's great, and Warner Brother Discovery is going to use analytics. Doesn't matter what you feel, facts win. Super kick, OC. We got the sloppy spring up. Kyle O'Reilly takes out Roderick, ducks the Superman punch. Armbar. Undisputed Kingdom getting geeked even when they aren't in matches. It's crazy. Again, everybody's got to. Oh, wait. Roderick, Kyle lets go of OC, grabs Roderick, and OC just walks away. Kick him. Oh, he did. He kicked him. AJ, that would be cool. Like if TKO purchased AEW. Yeah, no. Again, the idea, and I don't know what the first comment was. I might have missed it. But WWE should buy AEW, keep it as AEW. But you know what? They can't do that, right? And then again, it's never going to be sold. But WWE, like, it's just the nature of business that, oh, wait, they're both trying to pin, and the ref saying that's not allowed. The ref says that's not allowed. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before where the ref says, no, you both can't pin. Am I crazy? Yeah, just by the nature of business, AJ, they're going to meddle. They're going to, they're not going to just let it be and float out there. It can't happen. It just won't happen. It's a great theory, but again, what's the difference then? If the same people are running it, the problem is the people running it. As O'Reilly reversal. Great match. Fun match. The pace has been good in the second half. Some clunky spots, but it's been fun. And OC gets the roll-up win. Damn it. God damn it. O'Reilly is expressing everything I'm feeling right now as he beats the shit out of the mat. The company lost $40 million with Fight Forever, another $20 million with Jazzware Toys. The company isn't making a single penny off merch. They need the exposure at this point. Yeah, again, desperate times, desperate measures, and here is my unprofessional advice. The best I can offer. Like I just said, go back to square one. Go back to basics. Build your foundation and build this back up. Tony will never do it. He doesn't understand it. Again, I'm sure a billionaire kid doesn't hear the word no very often. So, yeah, that to me is what's missing. Like, he's so scrambled. Collision's a mess. Rampage is meaningless. Pay-per-views are all over the place. The booking is odd. You need to come to Jesus moment. But it doesn't, if the money doesn't matter at the end of the day and you can just keep rolling and doing whatever you want without the consequence, you're good. But now we got Claudio and Okada in a face-to-face backstage. Poor bastards. They didn't even give him ring time. OC wins expected. Yeah, there you go. 3-0, 3-0. Why are AEW refs so damn animated? Because they're not doing anything else. They're a part of the show. Imagine Shane pulls a swerve on Tony Khan and says, the contract does say Khan, but it says Nick Khan. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, right? Again, maybe one day. I love it. Another win for the Orange Cassidy, so freshly squeezed that you want to give it a squeeze. Freshly squeezed that you want. So, yeah, Orange Cassidy will be in the Casino Gauntlet match. Fair enough. Unfortunately, Alex is stuck with TK till 2025. Put the pay-per-view on Max. Don't worry if you lose money. You need the okay. Thank you for expanding on that. I answered something completely different. Okada made himself laugh. Do an AEW men's tier list. Maybe. Not a bad idea, Keyshawn. Be very interesting. That's for sure. I can see OC and Heath Slater teaming. That's an interesting take, Roddy. Okay. This show between House of Glory and FSW winner takes all match. Hell of a show this Sunday, KJ. All right. So that was the face-to-face between Okada and Claudio. And Okada overshadows Claudio. Hilarious. Oh, Claudio's still talking. Why is this happening? Yeah, we all want the true Rainmaker, not the one that's just collecting a paycheck from Tony. If AEW went to 2K games, they would have a great game. Yeah, because they'd have actual proper production. But I'm sure they better. I mean, if they ever try and make a game again, they better have a better plan than this one that they had this time. Up next, we'll hear from Hook. This bitch will be number one. There you go, Claudio. Claudio cuts a lackluster promo at the end of Okada making him look stupid. OC got the spot. Yes, he did. Bitch. Yeah. So Claudio lets everyone know that this bitch will be champion. I like Claudio. I like Cesaro. I liked Okada. I don't know how much Okada brings to the table anymore, but Okada Claudio could be a really good match. Could be a sleeper. As we go to Taco Bell commercial. Without Jack Perry, I'm disappointed. AW, take it or leave it for what it is or isn't. Yeah, that's kind of where you're stuck. And I think we've talked about it before. Just you kind of appreciate it for what it is. Again, there's things I love, there's things I don't love. I think what makes me, again, I've said it 100 times, Adrian. The frustrating part is knowing that you have all that right there. You have all this talent. You have all this to work with. You have the money. And it just the fact that it went from so hot to so cold, that's what bothers me. I want this company to succeed. I'm assuming Dynamite is taped next week since it's in Cardiff. I would imagine so. Yes. Claudio and Okada couldn't be in ring. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. Creative way for the win. Been there, done that. Wasn't overly. Again, a backslide is a backslide. OC gets the win. It doesn't matter because O'Reilly and Roderick are probably going to be in the gauntlet anyway. But OC got a spot. But regardless, yeah, you know what? It was a fun match. It was the most in-ring fun we've had tonight. Cesaro needs to go back to WWE and reunite the Bar. You know what? That's the last time Sheamus. I really, really like Sheamus. Last time I really liked Cesaro. Yeah, bring the Bar back. Let's go. Make them champs. It happened in WWE. Welcome back, Kira. I'm sure Mox will be surprised and win the gauntlet, but I'm hoping for Kenny. Fair enough. Mox is a good shout. I don't know where we're at with Kenny. I've got no updates on Kenny. The Kenny front has been quiet. So your guess is as good as mine on the Kenny front, folks. I don't know. We'll find out. But I hope Kenny's doing well. I know he was dealing with the diverticulitis. I know he was dealing with some other issues, but I haven't heard, did he get surgery? Did he not get surgery? He's been very quiet, which quiet is good. I think AEW has too many leaks, too many rumors get out there, too many fucking Meltzers running their mouth. So not hearing anything about Kenny when he returns might get it's going to get a gigantic surprise pop either way. But that surprise pop hits a little different, right? As we are coming back out of commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for being here. Hope everyone's doing well. As we go back to Collision, so this is where they let us know it's going to be a triple threat. By the way, Christian Cage, special guest referee, and he's counting everyone down, gets to 9. Murphy gets up, spears him, and then counts to 10. Brilliant. We go back to Renee and Nick Wayne's mom. Nick Wayne looking like he just got off the couch after smoking a fatty. And speaking of fatty, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I didn't go there. So Okada misses All In. No, is he not fighting Claudio at All In? What did I miss? Help me there. Chris Bay versus Amazing Red, Danny Limelight versus Mike Santana, 2 bangers. Not bad, not bad. What's up, Danny? How you doing? How you doing? Okada moves like a stiff ass old man. Let's be real. He's a major bust for me. He's been unentertaining. The fact that he found a way to kind of get bitch over has been the only appealing part. Tony spent a small fortune to get Okada into this company, and everybody freaked out. And again, he's another example of like, Okada's coming, he's going to save the day. Okada has not been a good competitor for AEW. And if anyone out there listening to me right now disagrees, what has Okada done well? Like, let me know what you like about Okada. We can all hold on to the memories of good Okada. I don't think we've seen any of that in AEW. As Christian kicking Renee out of the interview, Claudio speaks facts. What's it going to take for the Young Bucks to realize they ain't it? Again, you have a billionaire backing you. It doesn't matter what people think. And at the end of the day, anybody that says anything negative about them are just haters. Oh, you just hate us. No, you're not what you think you are. And I think that's a big part of why people, I know AEW whines all the time. Oh, we get so much hate. It's not fair. They elicit a lot of their own hate as they will overextend themselves and they put themselves in positions, right? When you start telling everybody, we're the tag team of a generation. As we are getting the hook light, Tony points to the sky, and here comes Hook. Are we going to get Jericho? Okada hasn't done anything to wow me at all. Facts. Nick Wayne's mom's got it going on. It's the only part I want to see of that faction at all. As we are going back to when stupid fucking replay, where you basically can see that it, like the fireball, like it's so stupid. I literally have zero good memories of Okada. Only Renee aware her husband isn't on Dynamite? Maybe. Why does Nick Wayne look like his father? I think he looks like his mother. So Hook with an eye patch to the Hook Cave. We've had a lot of eye patches on these shows. Maybe you're getting a little too close to the camera because we can see through your bandage. We are getting up close and personal with a Hook. Listen, I'm sorry. Hook sounds and looks like the guy that got jacked out of $20 for weed, standing outside like the apartment building, being like, "Yo, get out here, bro! I want my money." That's what it feels like. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Learning Tree. Jericho wearing a neon piss fucking jacket tonight. Great. Now the motherfucker glows in the dark. It's Hook. Okay. Claudio versus Okada is next week at Cardiff, not at All In. That's bullshit. My bad. Hi, Hook. Fuck off. He's like Uncle Diddles. Hook can't cut a promo at all. I mean, at least he tried to have some piss and vinegar. The problem is you just don't believe him. He's like a teenager that can't get the car keys from mom and dad. I hate this house. Nobody loves me. You want to fight? You're not going to get a fight. Oh, so fucking creative, Jericho. I hear the remote's being picked up as we speak. 100%. Again, you thought we were the new trick is don't advertise Jericho at all. And then people are like, oh shit, yay, no Jericho. You stop that. Why can't Jericho skip a week? Watch. Is he going to fight Hook in some fucking no DQ Singapore cane match? Uncle Diddles. FTW rules match, no disqualification or no countouts, all legal. Yeah. Everything goes. I'm just wondering if they up it. It's your final chance for the World Championship. Oh, fucking God. He better win. Doesn't he give you that vibe? Hi, Hook. I'm going to see you at the swing set at recess. Jesus Christ. So Hook's going to beat the Redwood. That's unfortunate for the Redwood. I'm going to beat you down and I'm going to shove you into Taz's ass. All right, taking shots at Taz. Why is the FTW title getting more importance than Okada's title? It's not even acknowledged by the company. Yet it is. It's so confusing. Why is Jericho the FTW champion? Thanks, Hook. It fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. The thing about this is if this was Monday Night Raw and Jericho walked out doing this gimmick, this exact gimmick, the fucking tribalists would eat it alive for being fucking brutal. But because it's on AEW, they're like, oh, I think it's working. He's kind of getting over. Fucking shit. And he's fighting a little kid. Like, why? You didn't have a night, like some up-and-coming young talent. Like, you can't get somebody in, Hook's age range or weight class to kind of scrap with him and have a really good match. You got this old fart going to fucking lay on top of this poor kid. Just sweaty and groaning. Like, Jesus Christ. Uncle Diddles. Thoughts on Mustafa Ali challenging Takahashi at Capital Collision? Should be a banger. Mustafa Ali's done extremely well. Back to Jericho. Jericho is forever evolving. Yeah, into a fucking blob. As we go to commercial break, thank fuck, as Chris Jericho just graced our screen. And again, just as banger as always, every time Jericho speaks, remote batteries lose lose a life. Shit. Fuck. KJ eye rolling. It's killing me, Smalls. Killing me. Danny Brown says, like Undertaker. Oh, yeah, fucking hell. I was like, what? Anytime the learning tree appears to yeah, it's facts, man. Dude, Chris Jericho negatively impacts the number of people watching me ramble about Chris Jericho. A lot of weeks. I hope Hook loses. Get him away from that title. Get him away from Jericho. It's not helping. And again, you bring in Big Bill and you got Tiny Hook going to beat up Big Bill. Poor Big Bill. When can we get him away from Jericho? Where's Ricky Starks? Anybody know where Ricky Starks is? I have a guess. I think he's outside the Performance Center waiting for the opportunity. But why? Why is this Jericho, this whole thing? Imagine if it was Ricky Starks and Hook, and you had an arrogant, over-the-top dick in Ricky Starks with Big Bill, maybe with Keith, but I don't know, shitting all over this poor kid, this up-and-comer that's trying to do his best. Imagine that. Now, you could do that, or you could give one of your biggest patsies, your biggest goons, your biggest fucking colon kisser in your company more TV time than just about everybody, with the exception of Orange Cassidy. But you got to dress up like Orange Cassidy for Halloween, so he's a staple to be on the show almost every single week. Again, the reasons why you're booking shit is the problem with what you're booking. You're not booking it because it's quality. You're not booking it because it's good. You're not booking it because it's over. You're booking it because it's your friends and you like it. And that's fine. You got more money than I do. Do you, boo-boo? And then stop crying when you say everybody hates your shit. This shit sucks. Sucks. Jericho sucks. It all sucks. Poor Big Bill sucks because of it. Keith, who I used to like, sucks. He's just a fucking lackey with one punchline. Like, way to make him fucking, typecast poor fucking Brian Keith. Taz is very much a proud father. Childish nonsense. This promo, it's always awful. Again, because we know he's faking. The best shit anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's wrestling, comedy, anything. When it's organic, when it's genuine, and when it's authentic. Hi, guys. I need Nick to pop a rhyme right now. That's when it fucking hits. And that's why this sucks so bad. It is the complete opposite. So there you have Hook trying to be real, trying to deliver a meaningful monologue into the camera about how he's been done and he can't feel his eye because the asshole wizard set him on fire. And yet, this guy comes out and makes a joke of it. So even if you were believing in fucking Hook, you know it's horse shit because that asshole looking like Mr. Dress Up is fucking around. And again, another guy that's just abusing a money mark for his piggy bank. All right, speaking of abusing Tony Khan for his piggy bank, here come the Young Bucks. What did they do to Justin Roberts? The fightingest tag team. Yeah, so again, listening to the internet marks, trying to shove it in their face that they never wrestle. The first time in 4 months they are going to defend the title. Somebody the other day said, well, Roman Reigns didn't. Oh, the Acclaimed jump him. Another jump. Holy shit, just get in the ring. Yes, Swerve is going to be the main event. So I apologize. I have to recant my previous statement. I got to take that one back. Can't we just get in the fucking ring and have all the humans stand there and get introduced? Back body drops on the ramp. And this is where, again, certain fans out there, this is awesome. Again, you've been doing it all fucking night. AEW has no promo expert. They have been non-wrestling marks as owner. They have a non-wrestling mark as an owner. It's kind of weird. But nonetheless, every match, there's a brawl. And even when I give you marks for not having one didn't have it. One didn't have it, but it had a jump start at the beginning. So every fucking match starts or ends with a brawl. As we get drop kicks to the outside in stereo, both Bucks up and over, down on the Acclaimed. Whew. Again, it's my weekly dose of Jericho. Gets the fucking ticker going. Dynamite's been a mixed bag as usual. And again, Jericho, the Bucks are just going to murder these ratings. I told you, Chris Jericho is a serial killer. He murders ratings every single week. Murders. He is the Ted Bundy of ratings. I'm late. Michael, welcome. You might have shown up at a bad time, bro. But yeah, the Young Bucks and the Acclaimed, one-on-one for the tag titles. Only a sicko can love this shit show. But even the sickos seem to be getting annoyed with it. Like, there's less and less sickos, right? Again, like any other disease, people die. So what the fuck? They are losing sickos. Each week, they're losing more sickos. As here comes Billy Gunn, who I guess took a little to catch up to the jump start. The Young Bucks are trash in the learning tree. I like that sentence altogether. The Young Bucks are trash and the learning tree. Fuck the learning tree too. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, again, the match is off to a good start. I wish it would have just started in the ring. Like, give me one, Tony. One match that just starts in the fucking ring. Like, here's the combatants. Ding, ding, ding. Fight. One. To me, it shows a lack of creativity. To me, it shows a lack of ingenuity. And again, it shows a lack of, well, how do we start the wrestling match? What's that lockup thing those guys do? I don't know. Have you ever done it? I haven't. Let's just punch each other. Okay. You punch me, then I punch you. We're good? Okay, good. All right. So when Uncle Diddles gets off stage, then you just punch us. Good. Let's go. That's it. That's what I think. Young Bucks retain. Yeah, I don't imagine the Young Bucks losing anytime soon. Sickos for life. I'm done, KJ. 4. Wait, what? Are you done with the show? Done with me? Give me. Is that your rating? 4? Or are you for life? Daddy A's here. Yes, he is. Daddy Ass in the house. And the Bucks are in control. Nice move there. And again, open-minded. I'm giving them a chance to prove me wrong. Actual tag teams are wrestling, not thrown together teams like the other company. This is awesome. You are mad, C. Henry. Oh, the tag team division is null and void in AEW. Period. And you name me the tag teams that are just thrown together currently on WWE programming. See, the thing with the AEW critics is sometimes they get stuck on things that used to happen. So yes, there was a lot of thrown together tag teams, but now Triple H is putting together a tag team division. Now the WWE tag team division sucks. It's not good. It's not strong. But they're working on it. DIY. If they bring in MCMG, that's going to be an upgrade. But let's be real. There is no tag team division in AEW. It's been non-existent. We're not getting a whole lot of tag team matches. And again, when we do get them, they're usually tornado tags or no DQ or anarchy in the arena. Very rare, which I am happy because I'm a big tag team wrestling fan. And when I grew up or growing up, I was a huge tag team wrestling fan. It was my fave. So the fact that we're getting a straight up tag match is great. Just start it in the ring. You already had a jump start tonight. So just start this one in the ring. I'm not mad about it. Just help me out. They don't want to kiss the Young Bucks goodbye. Goodbye. Jericho is like, that's kind of mean, isn't it, JV? Oh, well. No winner. FTR makes Triple H threat match at Damien. You're not even speaking words. AEW seems like that student that forgot their assignment is due soon and puts it together. That's what it is. It's like the fucking cram session. Oh shit, that's due tomorrow. And they just put it together. It's not organized. Fucking your intros where your outro should be. Your fucking meat of your arguments backwards. But it's all there. That's the thing. It's all there. There you go. Dale laying down the hammer. Let's go. Swinging the wrench. AEW Dynamite is good show. Way better than last week's show. It's been pretty good. I agree with you. Welcome to the channel, by the way, big boy. But yeah, tonight's been better than last week for sure. 100%. And I will actually say I might be enjoying this show a little more than I enjoyed NXT last night. NXT mailed it in for me. Acclaim should be a better tag team with Billy Gunn as their mentor. The Acclaim were hot. They cooled them off bad. Now, remember, lately, the Acclaimed have been getting heelish with FTR. But now here they are fighting the biggest heels in the company, apparently. So, again, Tony Khan being a little confused with what the difference is. But when you got a guy like Meltzer trying to convince you that heels and babyface don't matter, you get wonky booking. AW seems I got that one. I would take Chase U over the Learning Tree. As Billy Gunn, not impressed. Again, more just have a fucking match. Acclaim should be better tag team with, got that one. AEW Dynamite got that one. What's up, Michael? Bucks ruined the tag team division with the trios belts. The Bucks were chicken shits and ran away from FTR. Wouldn't do business proper. Now they've circled back around, but remember when they were all pouty because whoa, Billy Gunn getting the boot. Billy Gunn getting kicked out by the ref. All WWE got to do is heat up the Street Profits again. They're gold. Nah, it's going to take a little more than that, MDB. I mean, I get what you're saying. And they are doing like this little, I mean, they got the win this week, which is good. They got to they got to really develop the tag team division and put some strength into it. Like Henry had said, for a long time, it was just like two singles wrestlers thrown together. And then, they have a title run. They beat up all your tag teams. So your tag team division looks like shit. And then they break up. That's it. So to have legitimate tag teams, you see what they're doing with NXT. They got some good tag teams coming that I think could help the main roster a lot. And again, right now, AEW does not have a tag team division. Like the Acclaim come out once in a while. FTR has been dull. Dax has actually become one of my least favorite people in wrestling. It's so funny. I was such a big fan of Dax, and I defended him a lot against AEW people when they were mad at him. But he's become one of the more irritating, blowhardy people in wrestling. It's fucked up. But you don't have, who else is, like, Henry, list out all the really good tag teams and all the really good matches we're getting in the tag team division in AEW. They spread it thin. The trios belts were a bad idea. That should have stayed strictly exclusive to Ring of Honor. But the Bucks still in control, as I think it's Matt Jackson punching. Could be Nick, though. I can only see the back of his head. The Young Bucks stopped being a tag team when they became executives. Kind of, sort of, but they kept bragging about how great they were. And again, that's where the heat comes from. That's where the hate comes from, is they didn't back it up. They were the guy. The Young Bucks are the guy at the local bar telling you guys about how he would have won the Super Bowl if he ever got his shot. They're like fucking Uncle Rico. They told us, oh, we're so great. We're so great. We're so great. And when it came time to back it up on a national stage, they failed. That's the mistake. That's the issue. Much like everything else, TK took his tag team toys and started to throw them away, and he started a trios division. The run-in, you're not wrong. He mono-focuses. TK, I don't want to say what I just thought. As the Bucks kick each other. Uh-oh. Nick up and over. And we finally get the tag to Bowens. By the way, I think Bowens and Caster are outstanding as a tag team. Big super kick. $12 teams. Are you fucking nuts? You can't count the ones we never see. That's not fair. You can't say Top Flight or Butcher and the Blade. They don't exist. They don't really exist in any competitive way. So again, and I do appreciate it, and I will always have the banner with you, Henry. But let's be real. Yeah, you can't count those. Yeah, they're there. They're there. We know they're there. But who are the good ones? FTR is a good tag team, not used really well. House of Black is more of a trios than a tag team, kind of, sort of. We don't know. The Bucks, but they don't wrestle, but once every 4 months. The Acclaimed. Private Party, they suck and haven't been around and spent more time apart than together because of injury, but we don't use them ever. Who else? I'm listening. Yeah, if not more. Where are they? The Undisputed Kingdom's a tag team, but they fucking got Ring of Honor tag team titles and never compete on Dynamite or Collision, which is fucked up. Even when Roddy needs 2 helpers, they get other people. The fuck? They get Roosh and Mortis instead of the 2 guys in his faction. As we go back to picture in picture, Bowens is in a choke trying to get free. The match rolls on, folks. And if you haven't made a prediction yet, who do you think wins this one? Montez sucks about the Street Profits, is that Montez has so much potential. He will be. Again, they're young. But again, we can't keep breaking up tag teams. Sometimes we just need good athletes in tag teams. Triple threat match at All In between Young Bucks, FTR, and the Acclaimed. I think so. But again, we're getting a little... I feel like too often the triple threats are being used to not find a good way to write a story. Not just by AEW. I accuse WWE of doing this, Damian, that they're not effectively being able to branch it out. They kind of did it really well with Drew, Seth, and Punk. You have Seth get taken out. We can focus on the other 2. Seth will circle back around. But yeah, FTR, Bucks, Acclaimed should be an okay match. I mean, 3 good teams. FTR was once upon a time the best tag team in the world. And to be honest with everybody, if we're talking about like the 3 kind of big weekly shows, I think TNA treats their tag team division the best and have the better tag team. When you got you got the Rascals running around, ABC running around, the System running around. There's some really good tag teams over there. Izzy, welcome back. KJ and Big Nick. I'm going to School Fete tomorrow afternoon. KJ, right? Yeah, I write sometimes. And Big Nick Rose. Okay. For Jay, Deanna, pull Rose upstairs, Mom. Izzy, I lost you somewhere along there. You might have to help me out. This Dynamite for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I will be very curious, AJ. But we are still in picture, folks. I will take a moment to remind everybody we are back tomorrow for Wrestling Court, 8 p.m. The battle, the custody battle of Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Is he Rhea Ripley's? Is he Liv Morgan's? We will Liv Morgan's. We will find out tomorrow. Make sure you're a part of it. Be there. The chat gets to be witnesses. The chat gets to be the jury. So join us tomorrow. We're on episode 5 of Wrestling Court. If you haven't seen the first 4, when I'm done rambling tonight, go check them out. They're outstanding. We got more interviews coming your way. Go check out our latest interview with Big Trouble, Ben Bishop, who's getting all types of heat right now. Go check him out. Go give him some love. And don't forget, go get your merch. Go get your Wrestling for Life hats, sweaters, toques, hoodies. I'm a Canadian came out. Mugs and so much more. We just launched the podcast Mark t-shirt. So go get that one. Plus our Brunch with the Boys tour shirts. Our annual, they're going to be limited time only. Every year is going to have another t-shirt representing the tour with the tour dates on the back. So Brunch with the Boys 2024, go get that one to symbolize, like you went to our concert and you were here for the whole tour. So do that today. Get yours. All the links are below. And be a friend, tell a friend. Let's see if we can get back to 150 here tonight. Hooties. Get your hooties and your blowfishes. There we go. Let's get to 133. 33 people in here right now haven't hit like. What the hell? I'm listening to them. I don't like them. Dax and Cash are relegated to random matches and playing PR for Tony Khan. Yeah, it's weird, man. And again, it was the turncoat because, Dax very much talked out of both sides of his mouth, but he recently put a video like during a live, and maybe I got it out of context, so I didn't actually comment too much about it. But then he was talking about like the signing of Billington, Dynamite Kids. One of my favorite, by the way, Dynamite Kid, British Bulldog. The British Bulldogs were amazing. If you didn't know, they just signed Tommy to a contract in AEW. And it's just Dax, like, again, just spews this like vomit. And it's just not unnecessary shit. Like, no one cared. Like, we had a match with him, and after my match, they offered him a contract, but so did WWE. And it's just, I don't know. He comes off. I don't know what's happened to it, but he's really soured me. I was one of his biggest fans. I loved when he had the podcast and he was being honest, but then he got that paycheck and shut the fuck up, shut down the podcast and tucked his tail between his legs and been a bitch since. Sorry, Dax. But Jackson getting buckle bombed. Oh, no. Snake Eyes. Max up, over, down. Wrestling for Life, bong, hell. Wrestling for Life, bong. Hell yeah, let's make it happen. Alex, on the list of shit to do. But that's a great idea. Bongs, pipes, and ashtrays. Paul Carpenter, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Greatly appreciate it. And appreciate the support. Remember, folks, it is your way to stand out. Guarantee I click on your comments. I'm Dax, my wife, my kids, my wrestling, my Tony. I love my AEW. We are the best tag team that never was. Yeah, I just mean, they talked a lot about legacy, and what has their legacy become over the last 12 months? What legacy are they leaving? I'm missing it. Probably on this. We're going to leave that alone. What's wrong with wearing a Reebok? I don't know who picked on Reebok. Dax should steal. I got a kid. Kira, it's really weird that you do that, by the way. Just throwing that out, Kira. Not sure who you are, but it's really odd. I guess, just a fan of the show and doubling up on the thank you, but it does make me scratch my head a little bit. No one else does that. I know this has nothing to do with AEW, but the show sucks. So I ask you this. I think Andrade can do better than on TNA than where he is now. No, Andrade's doing fine. Andrade's going to continue to do fine. He'll continue to build. I have all the faith in Triple H with Andrade. Andrade had a great run in NXT. Yeah, Andrade will be fine. And I have no problem with his booking. I have no problem where he is. I think there's an opportunity to put him with his wife at some point. But, we got a powerbomb on Bowens. Caster rolled up. They got the tights. 2-2-2. We almost had another roll-up win. It kind of feels that way, right? That's why I said some of the AEW tribalists are very like the woke nation of the IWC. And if you're mad at me for saying that, tough shit. But it's like, it doesn't matter what the facts are. It doesn't matter what I see. It only matters what I feel. Shut up. Shut up. No one cares about your feelings. US, we'll come back to that. Plus, I hear Reebok is bringing back the G unit. Let's go. As the ref goes down, we get a low blow on the ref bump. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, Nick and Anthony are hunkered down tonight, and they are getting prepared for tomorrow. This big battle. Nick in need of a win. Anthony's been rolling hot. And, yeah, we will see them tomorrow. Andrade lost once this year. He's fine. No, he's doing good. He's all right. And he's having great matches. That's the good part. There's Dax grabbing the title. Wheeler waking the ref. Uh-oh. Oh, he spits in his face, gets the tackle. Here comes your triple threat. Right, super. I like that. Poor ref. As now the Acclaimed are mad at FTR, as they should be. So this is okay. Just again, another match with a whole lot of shit. This is awesome. Look, relax. Do you think there will be a big AEW debut at All in Wembley? I'm sure Tony's going to try, but who? Who's left, Alex? See, I think that's one of the things that have gone missing from AEW in the first few years. Oh my God, it's Cole, it's Danielson, it's Fish, it's O'Reilly, it's this guy, that guy, it's Big Show, it's Christian. Who's left? Who's left? Who are you going to bring in? Who's next? No, come to the ring, James Ellsworth. Like, who's left? Hornswoggle making his debut. You know, people are talking about Michael Oku, which is great. Good talent, but nobody, again, as far as moving a needle, not there yet. So FTR and the Acclaimed are being pulled apart. The Young Bucks slip away. Not bad as far as how you set that up. So we will be getting a triple threat for those titles at some point. And there's there's dehydrated Adam Pearce. You called it. You did call it. You did call it. That was legit my first drink in 2 hours. Holy shit. Large Nicholas Esquire. So the Acclaimed and FTR are going to fight on Collision for the #1 contendership. All right, so we're not getting a triple threat unless that match is fucked up and it ends up in a triple threat anyway. Then you might as well have just done it here and saved us the match. I'm rambling and I'm muted. There you go. I can't hear you. Yeah. I don't know what just happened, but I dropped my mic. Can you hear me now? All right, we're back to it. So what I was saying is the way they just did that worked out really, really well. FTR comes in. You have the DQ. You saw the smirk on the Young Bucks. I like it. I think it went well. Thank you for everybody. You can hear me now, I guess. Thank you. Yes, we sometimes watch Collision, actually. There you go. Am I still muted? Still? Help me. Everyone's coming in now. Yes, hear you now. Thank you. I think we're back. I don't know what happened, but how long was I muted? But we are getting all these videos, basically the whole career of Daniel Bryan. No winner on Collision between FTR. So my argument is don't do the FTR Acclaimed match. Just go straight into the triple threat because they're going to do a lot of similar moves to each other at the pay-per-view. So you don't need to do that to do that. I'm Store GM. KJ, you mind putting up a poll on the show at the All In Shane, Becky, or Ricochet? Might come back around to that. We got a poll up right now. Boston, good to see you. Where have you been? And yeah, again. Welcome, member for 4 months. 4 months. Green Day. Yes, we are getting to this was my graduation song, folks. And it's such a short song, they had to play it twice. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. You're back. I like being back. There we go. Fox had control of your mic. Yeah, I got blanked out. Tony Khan shut me down. I keep running my mouth. It's Jericho. Don Stevens is coming to get me. If you fight for your dreams will fight for you, folks. Again, I love Daniel Bryan. I think him and Swerve are going to have a good match. There you go. Still on strike. There you go. I want to see Punk versus Drew versus Seth. Maybe in a cell. But I don't think so. I'm not sure anymore. So we'll see. I like one-on-one. A good old one-on-one. A nice old, mono a mono. Showing everything but his biggest accomplishments. And Kyle, welcome. I kind of think that's funny. Of like, yeah, you showed a lot of shit, but you couldn't show his biggest things, right? We get it. But Brian's at ringside as we are getting ready for the main event with about 8 minutes left on the clock. Wow, the night has flown by. I'm going back to my show now since KJ's unmuted. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. Postponed Seth versus CM Punk for the end of the year. Yeah, I can see that happening. Would show him. Don't encourage him. As here comes Wheeler Yuta. I just wanted to jump on and say that Bryan promo was epic, music and everything. Sean, I liked it. And I'm a big fan of Daniel. So, again, it's good. It's good. But if he wins, it's going to make the next time they do it a little less good. Boy Meets World as video package. I love you, Topanga. Awesome promo. I liked it a lot, guys. 60 days. Oh, shut up. My guy. Let's go. When is Tony Khan going to make the announcement? No one said he was going to make one. He said it's imminent, which in Tony Khan's world, nobody knows what that means. But here comes Nana. And here comes Swerve Strickland. I really, really, really wish they had just made Swerve a pure babyface and let Nana get the whole crowd worked up. Make him like the Jey Uso of AEW where the crowd goes insane. But they've turned it off. Look at the crowd. They're showing Bryan. Look at the crowd behind him. 1 in every 5 people are even dancing. If Swerve was a pure babyface, everybody in that building would be swerving back and forth right now. Swerve 100% for the win. Undeniable. No cheer for Yuta. No, nobody cares about Yuta. That's why Yuta in your main event's silly. I hate to say it. The tag match, everyone's going to say, oh, but the champion. I would have put the champion on early in this match because this match is a foregone conclusion. Right now, if you were watching AEW and you were thinking about some other stuff in your life, like 60 days in, or you would definitely have a reason to tune out. Cheer for Yuta, 954, 55. If Swerve takes this gimmick back to WWE, he would be a mega millionaire. But let's be real. Again, if he walked out, if they put him on SmackDown and you had Nana and the Swerve, you know what the WWE fans are like. They can't wait to fucking participate. And that is something that AEW just struggles with. Audience participation. Now they're doing the Who's House thing for the heel, technically. I saw Topanga at a SmackDown show a few years back. Nice. You know what I mean, Henry, though. Again, you could have that opportunity. Why not make him an over guy? Jey Uso selling t-shirts like a motherfucker. Yeet got over like a motherfucker. Swerve When I Drive should be over like a motherfucker. I have videos of Swerve at independent shows, and the entire building is rocking back and forth. Yet Tony Khan can't get it done. When Swerve walks out, when Nana walks out, this entire building should be rocking back and forth. But you've had him in tweener booking, so the fans don't do it. Get a room. Swerve has like Trick Jey Uso potential. It might be more exciting than what we get some Wednesdays, but we'll see. We might have to start doing live streams at 60 days in. Swerve wins. KJ, could you see any glimmer of a percent that Brian loses? Yeah. I mean, it would shock me, especially like I said, I feel like Wrestle Dream being on, in Daniel's neck of the woods, that feels better for me. But I'm not in charge of his career. So, yeah, I think Swerve has about a 10% chance, in my opinion. You got 5 minutes, pal. That's all you're getting, champ. That's all you're getting, champ. We had other shit to get to. We had to do a bullshit Jericho segment, champ. Thank you, KJ. Soulmates. Yeet versus Swerve. Wow, no crowd quiet for Swerve again. So then he does a dance and they kind of cheer. It is paramount, if you can hear my voice right now, that you understand the idea that heels and baby faces don't matter in wrestling is stupid. Some people that think, oh, it's died, it's gone. You don't do that anymore. Look at Austin was a tweener. No. Austin acted a certain way, but he was a fan favorite. He was a baby face. He was a reluctant baby face. He was a fucking asshole being a baby face, but the crowd loved him. It's how the affection from the crowd is dictated to you. If they boo you, you're the bad guy. If they're cheering you, they're the good guy. Right now, they don't care about everybody in the building knows Yuta's about to eat it out. As we were doing some, I've never seen this before. As we're breakdancing. Yeet versus Swerve. Let's go. Triple H will screw Swerve Gramick up. Not at all. If Triple H had the opportunity to get Swerve, you imagine what they could do with him? Again, Henry, you got to stop looking backwards. Yes, Vince McMahon overlooked Swerve. Swerve is one of the losses that WWE should have never had. But his title run and what they're doing with him right now is an example of TK gets his hand on a big star and doesn't know what to do with it. Just a hot potato in his hand, and he can't hold on tight. Swerve for the win. Thank you, KJ. You're welcome. The empty crowd from that angle. Ooh. Do you think Swerve will ever go back to WWE? Yes or no? I don't know. Things change. He's been publicly adamant that he wouldn't for certain reasons. But a lot of people who said they would never go back to WWE, the reason they don't want to be in WWE isn't there anymore. And again, if you're watching Jacob Fatu come in and be an instant star, you're watching the Tonga brothers come in and be instant stars. You look how they're treating Jade. Look how they're treating Ethan Page. Look what they're doing with Joe Hendry. You tell me you're not intrigued by that? You tell me that doesn't look like a different place to be? A company that knows how to turn somebody into a household name? Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's call it what's happening right in front of us. one company is getting stars over, the other company is struggling. They're actually hurting their stars more than they're helping them internally. My mom almost named my sister Topanga. I'm glad she didn't. Yeah, fair enough. Topanga. Was she named by the WWE? Jesus Christ. Swerve Strickland for the win. As Danielson cheering on Yuta. Swerve's entrance would be good in WWE atmosphere. It should be good in AEW. Like, there's no reason. It's just a weird booking. Like, if Swerve was fighting, I'm trying to think of somebody that's like fucking got a lot of heat. Anyway, if Swerve was fighting a straight up pure heel, like if he was fighting a Jack Perry, the crowd would go wild. KJ, if you had to guess, who could you see Bryan facing at Wrestle Dream in his last match? Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I'm kidding. Yeah, we are 1 minute past into the overrun, folks. Ooh. Okay, crowd pretty quiet. 194. I don't think that's accurate. No, definitely not accurate. Drugs are bad, Kira. 5 minute champ. There you go. So did I miss? No big announcement. The run in. Again, remember, he said the announcement is imminent. Didn't say it was happening. Didn't say tonight on tonight on Dynamite. Just said it was imminent, which, again, it will get leaked before it gets announced. Trust me. Big north-south elbows. Yuta getting his ass beat. Yuta in control right now into the roll-up. Z-Man, I feel like you've been here before and I haven't seen you in a while, but welcome either way. I'm sure they'll give this match a few minutes of overrun. Yeah, definitely. We're 2 minutes in now. If I ran a company and I had Swerve in my company, I would be pushing his match like a hustler at Canal Street selling bootleg Rolexes. Swerve's a star. I'm a huge fan of Swerve. Smart guy, too. Again, it's just confusing booking. And technically, against Daniel Bryan and Daniel Bryan on his retirement tour, Swerve's the heel. And his gimmick is set up. He's got a babyface manager. It's weird. Do you ever see Swerve going back to WWE? Yeah, I could see it being possible. 64% of people in the chat do not think so. I mean, it's closer than I thought. Do you guys really think that if they booked a baseball field in the U.S. in 2025, they would sell it out? They'd fill it? I don't know, guys. You think they could sell more than 20,000 tickets to a domestic show? That's a good question. An anti-hero can still be a babyface. Exactly. People get twisted. They weren't tweeners. The fans weren't in between how they were cheering for them. They took on, who was the biggest heel in the company at the time? Vince McMahon. That's who he beat up all the fucking time. And whoever aligned with Vince McMahon was a bad guy. That's how it was. That's how they did it. Pure babyface, pure heel. It works every time. It's why we watch movies, guys. We want to see the hero win sometimes. Swerve laying out Yuta and then telling him to get up again. This match is all but over, folks. Look at how Andrade just won the 2-minute title. Andrade's getting lots of TV time. Andrade's lost one match since his return. Andrade looks like more of a star than he was in AEW. And that 2-minute title, well, it's a lot better than doing promos in the stairwell. Do you remember when Andrade was in AEW and all he did was stairwell promos and was trying to buy other wrestlers like Hook because he thought Hook was a small child? Yeah, Andrade's fine. Andrade's doing good. And that whole speed shit, that's just for the internet. It's just for Twitter. It's no big deal. And again, I'd rather have an award than nothing. Will Washington is booking this stuff. Wow. Yeah, who the fuck is Will Washington? What the fuck does he know? As Swerve mounts Yuta and just starts throwing bombs, kind of. And here comes Danielson. Well, with an overrun, they don't know these matches are going to end. Fucking, Meltzer. As Swerve rolls out again. So super heelish here. It's 100% a silly title. 100% a silly title. It just doesn't matter. And they're not integrating it. So is the FTW title. Fucking dumb. So are all the other titles from all the other companies that get highlighted on this show that shouldn't be highlighted on this show. Again, Henry, I get where you're coming from, but let's just be honest about what we're watching. Let's be fair. Andrade's doing just fine. Just had another really good match. He's kind of set up with Carmelo right now. He's doing fine. He's on TV, national TV. He's in arenas in front of tens of thousands of people. I'm sure he's thrilled to be away from 2,000 in buttfuck nowhere. I think AEW goes to Australia. They could sell it out. I heard some wrestling fans in Australia concerned, but I hope they try it. Try it. See what's up. I have all the faith. I think they need to get away from London because I don't think they're going to do well if they go back next year. Okay. Swerve cuts a bit of a promo at the end of this. Okay. It's like in AEW, a babyface can't be a badass. It's, again, they can be a bad, like, it's all in the presentation, right? And it's all against who you, like, here comes Swerve! If anybody was wondering what side he was on. Yeah, they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it, kid. But Swerve laying Brian out, and mocking the yes chant. 100%, pal. 150%. And he's getting tons of boos. So here's my request for Swerve. When Nana comes out, Nana doesn't dance. They don't do the swerve when you drive. You don't get the whose house going. That's where they make the mistakes, guys. That is where you fuck up everything Swerve is doing. Everything Swerve did tonight was beautiful. Beat the friend of the baby face, gave him an extra shot to be a prick, and then laid out the challenger. Perfect. The problem was his manager, his hype man, is a baby face, running around getting everyone dancing and singing. Nana should be at ringside telling people to shut the fuck up. Nana should be echoing what Swerve is doing. Welcome. Josh and D. Wrestlers that are related to me are Batista, Dean Ambrose, Alberto Del Rio, and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes' theme song is in the beginning. Wrestling has more than one royal family. Excellent. I'm happy for you. KJ, do you think it's done deal for Lucha Bros to WWE? I think so. Again, I've said this a lot, and March, welcome. But until they walk through the curtain, I don't believe it. We saw reports at MCMG. We saw Camille hang around. By the way, the show has ended. So if you want to get your rating out of 10, get it in the chat right now. How did you feel about the show? What did you like? What didn't you like? I feel like with this one, there's smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I think it's highly possible, even though I'm surprised. I didn't think of the Lucha Bros as somebody on the WWE's radar. I'm pretty pumped about the concept of it again, because you take somebody like Penta, who has audience participation built into his gimmick and who he is. I think he gets over huge with the fans. I think you could do a lot with Penta. You have fans running around with foam fingers, and yeah. But until they walk through the curtain, I don't believe anything. It's a silly title. So is the FTW title. I'm the type of guy that turned the movie off in the bad guy die. Well, there you go. Yuta is over with this crowd. Not bad. Again, it's kind of support, coming through Danielson as well. Andrade has been having banger matches on SmackDown recently. Kyle, I'm with you. 5-0. Swerve is a squatter. Fucking hell. The ref called the match off. Yes. Referee stoppage due to blows to the face. Pause. We're probably getting a 7-match series between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. That'd be crazy. I don't think we have to go that far, but I'm enjoying it. Thank you, Kevin. Overrun was used to get the match in and nothing else. Figures. Yeah, the overrun is just now because the timing is not going so well and other things. 5-0, 5-0. Again, a predictable night. Swerve and Soraya are squatters. Soraya's hilarious. Called the match. Hey, what else could you do? Thoughts on the show. So we are going to get to that right now, folks. Give me your rating out of 10 if you can still hear my voice. What did you think of tonight's show? How did you feel about it? What did you like and what didn't you like? I'm okay if you liked it. But tonight, again, better than last week. A lot of flaws in this one, though. And again, not a whole lot of like, oh my God. Like, I wasn't, if anyone wants to point out any moment of tonight where you were like, holy shit. Not a lot of that happened tonight. Not a lot of that happened tonight. Awesome champ. A 6.75 out of 10. 6 out of 10. All right, fair enough, fair enough. What else we got? This episode is off anyway. Yes, it is. He's not believable and it doesn't fit. We'll come back to that. Danielson definitely winning. Yeah, listen, my money's on Danielson. I feel like the minute they gave that stipulation of my career, Danielson's not losing to Swerve in London. I can't imagine that's Danielson's retirement match. Can't TK get the better of this? Why can't TK get better? Oh, get better out of this. Again, just little details. Little details are the difference between being good and great. And that to me, like, again, Nana should not be coming out and encouraging the crowd to cheer and sing. It's like when Jericho went heel and they still wanted people to sing Judas. Like, it's ridiculous. You got to make the packaging matters. The presentation matters. Swerve did great, but his boss is working against him. Bye. In other news, I'm getting wings because I've suffered through AEW Dynamite. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. I hope they're good. 6.5 out of 10. And actually, this channel might have a trick up their sleeves when it comes to wings. Stay tuned. We might try something kind of fun. 6.5 out of 10. 113 likes. We appreciate that, Santo. 6.5. So Swerve versus Hangman will be heel versus heel now. No, they'll just flip one to the other. You know, they'll fuck it around. Like Dave Meltzer explains, and this is how I think Tony Khan believes it is week to week you can change. Oh, 1 week I'm a heel, next week I'm a baby face. Ask the Big Show how well that works out. It's over. It's finally over. It wasn't that bad. Tony still doesn't know how to make heels or baby faces. Nope. 2 out of 10. Wow, Dale not liking it at all. I think I might feel like that's a little harsh. Look, the opposite end of the spectrum. There's no fucking way that show was an 8 in any realm of shows. If that show was an 8, Raw was a 12. It was better than NXT last night, in my humble opinion. It was not a 2. That's to me, that's low, Dale, but we can agree to disagree. 8 out of 10 is ridiculous. I didn't watch it. Yeah, of course. But still on his strike. 6 out of 10. I enjoyed the show. Ended. LOL. Have a good one. JV, thank you. 10 out of 10. Kevin, holy shit. The 10 out of 10's got to be for me. So Swerve's a heel now. Swerve was a heel. See, when the fan base is saying the same thing you're saying, Bash, that's where we're running into these issues. I'll give it a 7. I can be okay with a 7. I can understand why somebody could get to 7. I'm giving, what did I give NXT last night? Did I give NXT a 6? Did I give it a 6.5? Shit. I don't know. I'm giving it a better than NXT out of 10 tonight. I enjoyed tonight overall. Again, there's some stuff that's good there. Some stuff's wonky. Too many run-ins, too many brawls. Again, if for people out there that don't give a shit about that, great. You love the show. You think it's an 8 because, again, all the chaos and it's just great. Shit's happening. From a storytelling standpoint and an overall structure of the show, it was clunky at best. However, I did enjoy it better than NXT last night. I thought NXT was boring as fuck. So whatever I gave NXT last night, give AEW half a point more. But it's nowhere. Raw destroyed Dynamite. Raw destroyed NXT. We'll see what TNA and SmackDown have, as we head to Friday. Ugh. WWE overruns. It shows on my channel guide. It shows that there's going to be an overrun. If for AEW, it never does. Yeah, different strokes. 0.5. Like, oh, that's it? Just 0.5? Jesus. 2 out of 10 for me. I watched about 30 minutes of it. That's fair. So it'd be like a 2 out of 6. 2 out of 5. 5 out of 10 anytime the Bucks are on. It's guaranteed under 7. You lose marks for Jericho for sure. I thought the Bucks match was okay, other than it, again, a little overbooked, a little sloppy, another jump start. It's a struggle. 5 out of 10 from Danny. Do you think Daniel Garcia will resign with AEW? I would. Unless he thinks that NXT is going to give him like an opportunity, I think Tony's going to pay him more. I think Tony Khan will offer him more money. So he's going to have to decide what's more important. Developing through a program like NXT, going to the Performance Center, building your stock up, becoming a better wrestler, becoming a better promo, and then getting to the stage you need to get. You've seen other people do it, or the paycheck. Tony's going to give him more money than the WWE will. WWE is going to make him start at the bottom. Tony won't. Tony already said, if you love Daniel Garcia, he let me do his dance, so I'm going to push him to the moon. 8.3 out of 10, that's a heel rating. Jericho out of 10, that's a perfect rating. 6 out of 10 seems fair. Anthony gets some love. 30 minutes is too long. Jesus Christ, 1-0. The main thing I don't like about WWE and the fan base is the casuals. Well, I mean, wait, why don't you like the casual? Like, the main thing I don't like about WWE and the fan base is the casuals. Help me understand that. I mean, again, it's a weird thing to kind of hate about the company. Like, casual fans come and go. I think every sport, every company has casual fans. I would love you to elaborate on that, James. But it's a weird take for me as far as just doesn't impact my viewing pleasure at all. 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, a little low. I know Boston. And again, I see a lot of streamers out there that claim to be diehard AEW fans that don't watch Rampage, don't watch Collision, don't review it, don't talk about it, don't act like it exists. So they got their casuals too. I just watch Wednesday. That's it. The company, you watch a third of their programming. That's fucking awesome. 5-match series with Melo wins. Andrade and Melo shouldn't go 7. That's Dragon. Yeah, I don't expect them to go 7. I just want to like a rivalry. It's very interesting. 5 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Great live stream, sir. Thank you. Appreciate the banter. Appreciate the disagreement. And keep in mind, I want to see AEW do good, but I can poke holes in all their shit. I was like, holy shit, when I saw Camille. That's about it. 5 out of 10. I'm just looking for moments of excitement. Like, I got really jazzed about a couple things tonight, but it wasn't enough. Like, again, and if you're going to continue, I don't give a flying fuck about Hook and Jericho. None. And again, you want to talk about the speed title being stupid. The FTW title means nothing. They don't even acknowledge it, yet they give you graphics for it and explain it and have matches with it. So it's really fucking weird. It's not just make it an official title. Call it the hardcore title. I don't give a fuck. Leave it as the FTW title, but just do better. Like, I don't care. I want to see Hook fight, good talent. Give me Hook and Daniel Garcia for the FTW title. Let them brawl it out. But Jericho's not getting any points for me. Sorry. 7 out of 10. Didn't care for the tag match. I thought the tag match was okay. The Brit attack angle was rough. Let's talk about that real quick before I go and say goodnight. That whole Britt Baker shit went wrong. They did it wrong. It was slow. It was clunky. The finish of the match was clunky. Again, you had a chance for like a holy shit moment and you fucked it up. It became a walkout moment. That wasn't good at all. Jericho, yeah, I'm with you on Jericho. I beat that to death. 7, 6.5. I feel like I wasted 2 hours of my life watching AEW, but you find people were here, so it ended up being time well spent. Hey, the wrestling might suck. We never do. Wings. Way better than last week. Absolutely better than last week. Last week sucked a whole lot of shit. Was there an announcement? No. Remember, the announcement is imminent. And never said it was happening. Tony was better than NXT, not better than Raw tonight. Sorry, I said Tony. What match is more interesting? Crispy versus Amazing Red or Mike Santana versus Danny Limelight? I have a bit of beef with Danny Limelight, so we'll go with the other match. Garbage show, 3 out of 10. Thank you, Fred. Tell Barney, tell Wilma, tell the whole fam. Join us here at the Wrestling for Life Network. Garbage show, 3 out of 10. Fair enough. Week to week, face to heel turns is dumb. It flip-flopping like a fish on the deck. It's not good. It's inconsistent. You think about it. If you have a favorite sports team, they're always your favorite. You're always rooting for them. Your favorite team doesn't go into someone else's building and you're like, oh, I'm going to cheer for them tonight. You pick your faves and they are your baby face. Everyone they go against is the heel. But you need that tip off. You don't just change week to week. Like, oh, I really like, again, it's a tough sell. Same thing with movies. Like, even the reluctant heroes, the Wolverines, the Deadpools of the world, they're still good guys. They're still the hero. They're just reluctant. Doesn't mean they're a bad guy. They're doing good shit. 4 out of 10, says Tyson. 5 out of 10, says AJ. I gave a rating, but I'm still on an AEW strike. Well, you know, the ratings are usually better for people who actually watch the show. I feel like the Mercedes Brit feud has lacked. I wish Sheeta versus Mercedes was the all-in match. You're not wrong in a sense, but I mean, at the end of the day, again, little things like tonight. If when the camera was looking at Camille, if it panned to the right and Britt was standing behind Sasha, the place would have popped. We would have got excited. You know, have that moment where she's standing behind her and she doesn't know. Instead, you did it in a way that didn't really get over, that fell flat. That is the booker's job. That is the producer's job. I'm not blaming the wrestlers. The wrestlers are doing their best. Come back to that. All right, folks. I'm going to say last call. So I'm going to click on a last. I feel like I'm a casual fan. Oh, fuck. The furthest thing from casual to any of this at this point. Jesus Christ. I'm an exhausted fan. 7 out of 10, says Craig. NXT was great last night. Fred, I didn't think so. I disagree. And I've been picking on AEW a lot. So NXT to me was fluffy. Don't care about Chase U. I thought it failed to deliver. Not a whole lot of interesting things. Some throwaway matches. Yeah, not a whole lot to give a fuck about. The best thing about the show was Obafemi. Britt Baker versus Mercedes Moné is a battle of mid. The mid-card title. There you go. WWE is killing it. They're on fire. Can't deny that. They turned Swerve heel again. Yeah, again, it's whatever way the wind blows, Misfit. Yeah, that's how it goes in AEW. 1 week, it was the same thing with Paige. It was the same thing with Danielson or Moxley. Again, it's the Meltzer theory that week to week you can have situational heels and baby faces. That is fucking bullshit. From a man that's been watching wrestling for 40 fucking years, the fact that that shit comes out of his mouth is disgusting. All that told me is that AEW wasn't listening to the fans. They didn't listen. Any legit baby faces lined up for Samoa Joe as AEW champ for the next 6 months. Listen, I said it. You have every opportunity to make Swerve a fucking superstar. Technically a homegrown star because you did get him before before he got popular. But at the end of the day, man, the 50-50 booking, the ins and outs, I'm a heel, I'm a bad guy, I'm a good guy, I'm a bad guy, I'm a good guy. There's no reason for it. You could have made him a really good baby face and lined up some heels that really worked with him, and they just haven't done it. And again, he's going to lose to Brian at All In. DMD. I got Mercedes and Mina on my screen. I'm satisfied. Yeah, I mean, again, no Trish, but we did get Mina. Mina was pretty happy. 5 out of 10. Do you think Gunther versus Randy will be the main event at Bash? No. As of right now, it could be. I don't know if it would be, though. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the other title and what other matches get announced. He does this because it takes consistency to book, and he can't book, so then he flip-flopping them gives him more leeway for booking. Yeah, again, it's tough. Again, if you watched, pick any action movie you've ever watched. If the good guy was like unsure, and then 1 week, one scene he's with the bad guys trying to blow up the world, and the next scene it gets a little confusing. Please, for the love of God, get Chris Jericho off my TV. Listen, I go on my weekly rant, my weekly headache that is Chris Jericho. They're not listening. I'm trying. That Hook promo was the worst of the night. The whole Hook. Again, if you watch the Hook Jericho stuff and you're like, this is great, we're just not the same. We're going to struggle to be friends. I just think differently about life than you. Jericho Hook has been terrible. AEW bad booking, Dave Meltzer shit. Nobody in that gauntlet on NXT haven't really done much and deserve a match with Roxanne. It's just a holdover to Julia, 100%. That was another issue I had. I thought it was irrelevant. I hope Jada wins it, though I think she'll be doing a job. They had Swerve fight 2 baby faces in his reign. What are they doing? It's the same thing as Toni Storm. Y'all remember when Toni Storm had lost her mind and went fucking nuts? And then you took heels and made them baby faces. Like you had Serena Deeb cut a baby face promo on Toni Storm. Fucking dumb. The crowd's screaming for Toni. They're loving Toni. You take a natural heel like Serena Deeb and tell her, hey, go out there and cut a baby face promo. Guys, again, It is what it is. Simple shit. William Washington is booking the shows, not TK. Well, he sucks too. And nothing. Will doesn't do anything well with TK. Come on now. Let's be real. WWE is hot, but AEW gives the money. Yes, I see what you're saying. All right. On that note, I think that's the last of it. Chris Jericho and Jeff Jarrett are getting on the all-in card, but Pac is not. Let that sink in. There you go. For all the diehard AEW fans out there, this is the last comment I will leave with you. And that's it. I feel bad for Pac. I'm a big fan of Pac. Not just Tupac, but the British Pac. That's it, guys. Dynamite in the books. Not a bad show. Relatively average. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. There was some good stuff in there. I still think TK is struggling with certain things. I know some fans are going to think it's great, but let's be real. And more fans out there that can be real and be honest about AEW, the better AEW can be. Too many people out there are like, oh, it's okay. It's great. It's great. But that all being said, we are back tomorrow. Wrestling Court. Nick versus Anthony. Rhea Ripley versus Dom. Versus Liv for the custody of Dom. We will be live at 8 p.m. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Come back on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there, folks. Make sure you click all the links below. Go check us out on Discord, Instagram, Twitter, and everywhere else. Plus, get yourself some merch. And stay tuned for more. Click that little bell. We got members only coming up, and we got a whole bunch more for everybody out there. But that is Dynamite. It's in the books. Not bad. We're getting closer and closer to All In tomorrow. Court. And until then, I'll see you on the flip side. Good night.